94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star. San Antonio's Sports Center.
The Dallas Cowboys have broken camp out of Oxnard, California. They are headed to Arizona for preseason game number 2. Boys will take on the Cardinals tomorrow night. It's a game you can listen to on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star beginning at 8 o'clock. They'll kick at 9. Houston Texans fell to the Las Vegas Raiders last night on a game-winning drive as time expired. C.J. Stroud played one series. He did lead the Texans on a touchdown drive.
From the studios of San Antonio's Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Blitz. 2 decades on the radio, Jason Minix. 2 decades on TV, Joe Reinagel. 2 San Antonio sports voices you've trusted for years. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Yeehaw! We made it, y'all. It's Friday. The weekend is here. Hope everybody's having a great Friday out there. Whatever you're doing, however you're doing it, thank you so much for spending a little time with us on this Friday afternoon. It is the Blitz, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinagel. He is Jason Minnick.
You have an excitement level like all the ladies that were at the Benson Boone concert last night. You doing all right?
Benson Boone?
You don't know who Benson Boone is?
I do not know.
Dude.
Who the hell is he?
Dude. You know that promo running talking about Rob's word that he doesn't like the most?
Moist?
Yes.
Yes.
Benson Boone was in town last night to,
He's making the ladies that way or what? Okay.
I mean, just, Sam from our radio station, Sam I Am from
Is he moist?
Bob FM. Probably. He actually bought a shirt that he says he is going to wear to the station to work next week. That's Benson Boone with his long hair and his abs. And I was like, you literally bought that for you. He's like, yeah, I'm going to wear it. Apparently this guy was doing backflips and Sam,
I know who he is.
You know
I
who
know
he
who he
is.
is. Yeah,
Yeah. I know you know who he is.
Yeah, I know who he is
And
now.
if you're a guy out there, you don't admit to going. And if you do, it was because she wanted to and you got rewarded.
Probably
for going
so,
to.
yeah.
Sam said,
Although she was thinking about him.
It doesn't matter. Sam said that he went to the restroom last night. He was the only guy in there.
Really?
At a concert. Right? He didn't just go into the family room where there's only one. He's like, I walked in there and I was like, good Lord.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Where was he playing?
At the Frost Bank Center.
Frost Bank Center.
Yeah.
We probably mentioned that on What's on Tap yesterday, huh?
Probably.
I would imagine.
Yeah, but you don't know who anybody is.
No,
so
I don't.
It's fair.
Well, now I recognize the voice, and
Sure.
I know you're talking about with the guy that does the backflips.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's say the ladies would say he's shiny. The way you talk about Ella Langley, they talk about Benson Boone.
All right, fair enough.
No guy's like, yeah, I'm going to the Benson Boone show.
They're not saying that.
No guy was at work yesterday saying, yeah, I need to get out of here early, man, because I'm going to see Benson Boone.
All right.
Yes.
Well, there may have been some guys that were anxious to see him, depending on their persuasion.
I mean, all right, possibility.
It could be.
But even they, I don't think, would admit to actually going.
Yeah, see, I recognize this song,
Of course
too.
you do.
Yeah, of course, yes.
Yeah.
I got this.
Yeah.
I just didn't know what the hell his name was.
Yeah.
Benson Boone.
Oh, Sam's going with old A.J. Hoffman. It's just crazy.
He went with A.J. Hoffman?
Of course he did.
Oh, gosh.
This is right up A.J. Hoffman's alley.
Sure is.
I'm lying. Sam took his pregnant wife on a date.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he stayed sober through the whole thing.
Now, wait a minute. Sam's wife's pregnant again?
Yes, again.
Nice. He just had a kid, right?
He
About
did.
2 years ago?
He did.
All right.
As soon as it became clear to go again, he knocked her up again.
Well, why not?
Yeah.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Sam's firing real bullets, isn't he?
He really is. Snip, snip, brother.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Got another
congrats,
girl on
Sam.
the way. Yeah.
That's great. Another girl.
Yeah.
Well, they got to try again.
No.
See, that's what happened to me.
Oh, yeah, no.
Oh.
One and done, man.
Well, yeah,
at least
no,
for me.
you were the smartest
I
one
mean,
of the group.
Yeah.
But now that they're all gone, it's like it's all good. You know, I don't have to go home to a bunch of kids. So
In
it's
reality,
good.
though, and I know you well enough. I can anticipate the answer. But this time of year, when you're seeing the kids that are going back to school, those photos on Facebook, or moving into the college dorms and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of miss that. I really do. I really do. I don't, but I do.
I don't miss it at all.
I know you don't. I mean, you have to have a heart.
Jeez, I don't miss that at all.
I'm glad I don't have to do it anymore, but the excitement level of, I mean, like my Facebook memories 10 years ago, we were moving her into Sam Houston State. I mean, it's crazy.
Well, who was moving? Because you weren't. You weren't moving nothing.
No, that first year. And I can tell you, I mean, Rob Thompson came over, helped load up the U-Haul. Then you get down there, and then you get all the kids in their fraternities that are helping you move all the stuff into the dorm. And then you got to set all that crap up.
Man. No, I don't miss that at all.
I know
I'll tell you right now. I don't. I don't miss it. I don't at all. I'm the one guy, and I try to tell some. You remember Hot Henrietta?
Yeah.
Talked to her the other day.
Did you really?
Yeah, I did. And she was all sad because her kid had just moved out and I guess going to college. And she was all sad. And I said, Henrietta, just give it some time, darling.
Well,
you'll be just fine.
I mean, when you become an empty nester, it is a little bit sad initially.
For about 5 minutes, maybe.
Well, again, though, I mean, then you realize you've got new chores to do. Whatever chores your kid was doing, have to do.
Dude, my kids didn't do any damn chores.
Well, that's your fault, Dad. I mean,
chores.
Because now all of a sudden, unloading the dishwasher or taking out the trash, feeding the dog, getting them out, like all those things become you. But then also, you've got to actually get to know your wife again. Because you've lost said buffer, right? Which could be fun, although you can understand why people after 20-something years, kids are out and they get divorced. Why? Because, now that, when it's just you've got to understand, you've got to get to know them again.
Well, yeah, this is all true. But, dude, I enjoy waking up on a Saturday morning and say, what are we doing today? I don't have to check with anybody.
Well, that's
we can
the
just
best
go.
part.
Just do whatever. Let's go. Boom.
Book a flight.
Yes.
Let's go.
Let's just go.
And that's the best part. When they're off the payroll and now all that, extra that you've been spending, it's like you get a raise. You could be smart with it or you can go have fun. Go have fun because you're not used to having that money anyway. So now it's like you got extra play money. Go have a good time.
Dude, it's the greatest.
Yep.
And I'm telling you, and being a grandparent is awesome because they come and then they leave. Devil Dog Pal.
Yep.
Congratulations, my brother. It's going to be a great Friday, he says, because my grandson is about to come out to this world.
Good for you, man.
Good for you. Congratulations. If that happens during the show, Devil Dog, we want to know about it. We want to be able to congratulate you properly. So that is fantastic.
Absolutely.
Congratulations.
Frank says, yep, those Facebook memories. Daughter and son, 3 years at school, now senior and junior as it's ending. Alexandra, I don't know if that's fake or not, said, I'm with Reineagle. I don't miss it either. I just, the first day, those milestone moments you kind of miss. I kind of miss. I'm glad I don't have to do it. It's that double-edged sword. It's like when I was flying back from Nashville last weekend, our connecting flight was in New Orleans, and the plane back to San Antonio, the number of kids from San Antonio that must be going to LSU, but some of the moms were all teary-eyed.
Or Tulane, if they're in New Orleans.
That's true, except for all the purple LSU mom T-shirts kind of gave away where they're going, right?
All right, I got it.
And how upset they are, and I'm like, dude, you're fine. It's like Jasmine, who works in our office. Her daughter's at Arkansas. Dropped her off 2 weeks ago. Jasmine went last weekend. Like, dude, give the kid a chance to go be a college kid.
I think she's probably going again this weekend.
She probably is.
She's going to go every weekend.
I mean, Ava needs to have a little bit of freedom. I mean, no,
maybe
granted,
that's what she's worried about.
Well, Jasmine, the queen of FOMO. And I'm like, why are you going? Well, she wants me there because it was bid weekend or whatever with the sororities.
She was in a sorority.
No, These colleges know what they're doing. Think about when Parents' Weekend is, right? About the time the kids have been there about 6 weeks and they need to clean their room. What do? Tell the parents they need to come so the kids will clean their room.
Perfect.
It's by design.
I feel sorry for you if your kid's going off to college this year. It will be okay.
Yeah.
I promise you it will be. You will adjust, and things will be great, and you will join Alexandra and I in loving life as empty nesters.
No, I love life as an empty nester.
Yes.
I'm
it
just
is
saying,
fantastic.
The Facebook memories, or when you see all the people's first day of school pictures. I mean, I'm glad I don't deal with that, but kind of miss those days. Not enough to deal with it again. I mean, it's a quick, I kind of miss those. Just saying. And again.
Well, good. Are you going to get a little teary-eyed on us today?
No, we're not getting that crazy. I mean, I like my Facebook memories more when it's, what concert I was at and going, crap, that was how long ago?
Mm-hmm.
That's the crazy part when you look at it. Facebook memories might be the best part of Facebook.
They're pretty cool. I do like those as well.
I mean, the rest of Facebook kind of sucks, to be honest with you.
Well, I'm not on Facebook much. Although my Instagram posts go to Facebook or vice versa, however that works. But I'm every now and then I'm on there. I still have a Facebook from Ken's TV.
Yeah,
that I get on every now and then, and people still try and comment there. They probably think, what a jerk. Yeah, said something nice about him, and he doesn't respond.
Yeah, see, like 3 years ago, Metallica Night 2 in Dallas, my 25th Metallica show.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
Do you get a card for that or a medal?
I don't. 6 years ago, was doing a tomahawk from Tri-County Meat Market. 7 years ago, Erica's senior year at Sam Houston, right? In Texans training camp when we used to do that. 1 year ago, we were in Las Vegas, at Circa Las Vegas. The pictures from the limo.
Well, we're about to do that again.
Yep, we're
on
about
Wednesday.
to do that again.
Wednesday.
Look at that picture. It's when you just had a goofy mustache.
Well, it hadn't come in yet, quite, I guess.
I still don't know that it's come in a year later.
Hey, the wife likes it. What am I going to do?
Yeah.
She likes it.
She lies to you.
Dude, she's the reason I grew this thing out. It's her fault. She wanted it, and so I happy wife, happy life.
Yep, sure.
So there we go. That's the way that it is. Borene Little Leaguers just getting started at the Little League World Series. They are the Southwest team, if you're wondering, and they're playing the Northwest team, a team out of Tacoma, Washington. So they're just starting. I think it was the first pitch, as a matter of fact. So Borene is actually the home team, if you will, in this particular. Actually, on the scoreboard it says Washington and Texas. I like that better.
Oh, it is better. I mean, they could just say Borene and Tacoma.
Well, they could say that.
But our boys are wearing the orange. Just gave up a walk to get things started.
That's not a good way to get things started, fellas.
Yeah, plenty of time left. Our good buddy John from Awesome Tickets is at the Little League World Series. I text him like, what?
Really?
He's like, it's a bucket list item for him. He booked this trip a while ago in March, and it just worked out that a team from the San Antonio area are there. And one of the guys on the Facebook says, don't be hawking tickets in the parking lot. And he said tickets are free. It's first come, first serve.
Really?
I had no idea that's how it worked at the Little League World Series.
I had no idea that's how it worked either. Well, that's really cool, though. So they don't serve beer there, do they?
I don't know. They do frown upon betting on the kids. I don't know if there's alcohol, but going to the Little League World Series has always kind of been a bucket list type of item just to go, although way down because it always conflicts with, the start of football season for me. So it's, again, high school football starts soon, like next week. We get 2 weeks before we start our broadcast schedule, which will be my 29th year of doing high school football. And, as long as I'm doing that, I probably will never make the Little League World Series.
I guess it would be cool to be there, but I mean, it's not anything that I'm going to necessarily put on a bucket list. If I never make it and I go 6 feet under, I think I'll be all right.
Well, see, that's it. If you found out they sold beer there, then that might change.
Well, that
things.
would help.
Yes.
Or can you bring a flask in? Something.
Well, of course you can.
These are priorities, man. See, I need the details. Kind of like the chicken the other day. I need the details.
Well, there's a thing called the internet where you could actually find out and research if you really wanted to know.
I'm not really concerned about it. That was a long fly ball and a great – I thought it was a great catch. Wasn't.
Yeah.
We'll keep you posted on what's going on if you're not somewhere where you can follow along with the Little League World Series. But Borene in action, and we wish them the best of luck. In fact, should we do this now? I think it's a good idea. We've got the San Antonio Spurs wishing the Borene Little Leaguers good luck.
Borene, Texas, back in the Little League World Series. Congratulations, fellas.
Congratulations on making it to the World Series. I'm so proud of you guys.
Just wanted to wish y'all best of luck. We'll be watching back here.
Very proud of you guys and one of many fans that are rooting you guys on. Excited to watch you this week. Go kick some butt. Let's go.
Rumor has it, Carter Bryant might be eligible for a little pinch hitting if necessary. I think he's got a couple of years left. So you know who to call if you need any help. Best of luck, guys. We'll be rooting for you. Go get it.
Go Spurs, go. And remember, anything is possible. Go chase greatness.
There you go. It's great advice from Keldon Johnson. Go chase greatness. Anything is possible. Just look at the Spurs this year.
Yep.
So congratulations. But they got 2 runners on, nobody out. The pitcher's struggling a little bit. I wonder if he's got a case of the nerves.
You think?
He might have a little case of the nerves. Yeah, I'd hate to be the first pitcher they roll out in game number 1 because that has to be a little nerve-wracking. But there are 2 runners on for Tacoma with nobody out. So, Borene, already somebody up in the bullpen getting warm just in case. We'll keep you posted on what's going there. When we come back here on the Blitz, we want to react to what happened last night between the Texans and the Raiders. And the Raiders having a difficult time, apparently, picking a starting quarterback for week 1. We're talking about that and a whole lot more when we continue here on the Blitz, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
The jerseys come out of the closet.
It's a nice shirt.
The face paint comes out of the drawer.
We're getting the war paint ready.
And football comes back where it belongs. Hear it all here.
Sounds like heaven to me.
94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
Move over, Chips. There's a new crunchier MVP in the snack aisle. Enter pork rinds. Southern recipe pork rinds are low-carb, gluten-free, and packed with protein to keep you going. And the flavors, big, bold, crunchy. From sweet barbecue to hot honey, every bite brings that flavor-packed crunch you crave. Grab your favorites today at H-E-B or online at porkrinds.com. Southern recipe pork rinds are your snack time, crunch time hero.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Your ambition just met its match with Robinhood. You play for the win, not just on game day, every day. Channel that drive into your money. Robinhood puts you in control, all on one platform. You expect more from yourself. Expect more from your money. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Again, that's Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Your money, your move.
Something big is coming. Hey, it's James Pledger with San Antonio Sports Star, and on September 2nd, DraftKings Game Day arrives with massive deals, exclusive deals, and all-day celebrations built just for sports fans. The countdown has begun, and all roads lead to Game Day. The DraftKings Sports app is now live in all 50 states, and that means Texas. One app, every sport, all 50 states. So remember the date, September 2nd. DraftKings Game Day arrives with the kickoff to a new season, a new era, and the biggest day in sports history. So get ready to celebrate. New DraftKings customers sign up with code 941 SportsStar. Spend $5 to get $150 in rewards within 14 days. That's code 941 SportsStar in partnership with DraftKings. The crown is yours. Event trading offered by DraftKings Predictions, a CFTC registered introducing broker. Trading involves risk of loss. Market availability varies. Eligibility restrictions apply. $50 every 7 days via click-to-claim issued in non-withdrawable predictions dollars that expire in 1 year. Ends August 23rd. Terms, dkng.co/predictions promo. Nationwide based on sportsbook, predictions, and free-to-play sports contest availability. Varies by state.
AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson in the morning.
I mean, it is kind of weird for a teacher to be FaceTiming a student.
It is,
you know.
yes. It is something that it's hard to imagine.
I am the father of a 14-year-old high school student.
Rob, like that, first of all, that's a child, but when you're the child, you don't feel like a child.
No.
All the parts work.
Yeah, you don't feel like a child when your math teacher's pulling out her boobies on FaceTime.
Trying to get an A.
You don't feel like you're being groomed.
Hey, maybe your son's like you, just wants to know what the nipple looks like.
Maybe so.
You never know.
Maybe so.
And then other stuff, but that was one of the stuff.
I hope that's how his mind works. I'm a proud papa.
Yeah, I'm proud of you, boy.
Proud papa.
AJ and Rob, weekday mornings 6 to 10, 94.1.
You can hear Christy Scales tomorrow night right here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. The Dallas Cowboys taking on the Arizona Cardinals. Preseason game number 2 for the Cowboys, 3 actually for the Arizona Cardinals. Going to be interesting, but it will be right here beginning at 8 o'clock with the pregame show. They'll kick out in Arizona at 9 o'clock. I'm Joe Reinigle. He is Jason Minix.
The bases are loaded, already down 2-0. Not a great start for the Borene Little Leaguers. We'll keep you updated. Great start for the Houston Texans last night. Horrible finish. To the point that James Pledger called in sick. He is already in midseason form.
Yeah.
The way the Texans blew that game, they should be embarrassed. Had a big lead and pissed it away. I don't care if it's the preseason or not. No, I'm kidding. C.J. Stroud looked good. For the Houston Texans, that is what you wanted to see. CJ made a lot of really good throws on that opening drive. The one where you thought he was going to take off and try to run, and right around the line of scrimmage, eyes up, found open receiver, made that throw, looked confident, even had that weird, we talk about the hip thing that Dak does. Now we got the eye thing that CJ does. You got to warm up the eyes.
Yeah, that was weird. But if it works for him, great. I have no problem with it. And no, he looked good. Davis Mills again. I'm a big fan of that guy. He's just solid. I like him. He played well during his time. What the Texans have, though, Woody Marks was sensational last night. They're going to have a running game, which has got to be exciting for them. And you look at the Las Vegas Raiders, and I thought Fernando Mendoza, with the exception of a pick six, I thought he looked decent. He looks the part. Is he ready to go? Probably not. But I thought he looked the part. And, of course, Aiden O'Connell, who's been in the league for a long time, he came in. He led that game-winning drive at the end, and he looked pretty good. So, all in all, it was a preseason game, and who cares?
Well, I mean, but again, though, the preseason game is all you have, so you have to look for something. And the fact that it was 17-0, you had the pick six. CJ looked good. Woody looked really good, and 4 carries for 37 yards along a 20, had that touchdown. But outside of that, I mean, there was a lot of good things for the Houston Texans until it wasn't. And for the Raiders, and I don't care if it's bad on bad football, your 3s and your 4s, you gave up a 90-some-odd yard drive in the final couple of minutes and lost that game. That's That sucks.
Yeah, that does suck. And the Raiders had no timeouts either.
96 yards in a minute 23.
They had no timeouts, and they got that done. So that is embarrassing for the 3s and the 4s for the Houston Texans. I will say this: I thought the Raiders' offensive line held up well, albeit you didn't have Will Anderson Jr., you didn't have your starters out there, so all of that comes into play. But they did look pretty good. I thought Mendoza had a lot of time. Aiden O'Connell as well. So, look, I think the Raiders, I'm not sure they're ready for prime time just yet, but I think they're an up-and-coming team who will be able to make some noise in the next year or two.
And that's why you wonder about a Max Crosby and will they deal him? Because is the best move for the Raiders is to trade Max Crosby and get the draft picks that you're going to command, that he is going to command, that you're going to get. Because this team, look at their division. This team isn't going to be winning anytime soon. But they've got the quarterback. They've got a running back. They got a tight end. They need some receivers. They need some help on defense. But they've got the foundational pieces to be good in the next couple of years. And when you think about how much longer is Mahomes and the Chiefs going to be a factor, I mean, there is that cycle, and if they could build this to be good when you expect their biggest competition to be on the way down, that is what you're striving for and what you have to be building for. So I do wonder if Max Crosby is going to be the guy, and maybe I'm watching Max Crosby a little bit differently today. Just maybe he ends up in Dallas or wherever he does end up. But I love the fact that last night you saw Max Crosby coaching up Fernando Mendoza after some of those mistakes, after that awful mistake. You talk about you want to have a good teammate, but whatever Max Crosby was telling him from his defensive perspective, that was such a great look as far as being a good teammate for a guy like Max Crosby. Not playing in the game, it's preseason, but doing his part not to coach up the defensive guys, but to help out this young quarterback who appears to have one bright future in the NFL.
He was interviewed by Laura Rutledge on the sideline not too long after that, and she asked him about it, and he said, look, he's a rookie. He's going to make mistakes, and that's going to happen. I just told him to shake it off and go out there and have fun, and he said that's what rookies, we expect that. They're going to make mistakes. It's going to happen. He's just got to shake it off. You got to have a short memory. He also said that he hadn't played football since December. And he's anxious to get out there and thinks that he will be out there for week 1. So I'm sure the Raiders are happy about that, and Raider fans are happy about that. But he just seemed like a cool guy. She didn't bring up anything about trades other than the Baltimore trade, which was nixed. The guy just seems laid back. And he said, it's the NFL. This stuff happens. But I'm here, and let's go. So,
and that's all he can do. And, the only thing is Kubiak, after saying, I don't know who my starting quarterback. Stop. Yeah. Kirk Cousins is your starting quarterback. Fernando Mendoza, and it was on display last night. He showed why you took him number 1 overall.
Yeah.
He showed he's the future. He also showed that he's not ready. He also showed last night, and granted, just based off of last night, Aiden O'Connell should be QB2 for the Raiders, not Fernando Mendoza. He's more than just a snap away. And you heard Troy talking about it. Troy, who didn't win a game his rookie year. People will bring up that the Cowboys won 1 game his rookie year. He wasn't the starting quarterback the game that they won. He was winless. Aikman was winless. Tom Brady's got a plan, and Tom Brady's been saying forever that more quarterbacks are ruined by playing too soon. Mm-hmm. There's nothing that tells me they're going to play Fernando early in this year. I mean, you get late in the season and it's about over and you want to get him some reps, sure. But not early. That's Kirk Cousins' job. That's why you brought him in.
Yeah, I think so too, and I think that's good for him, for Fernando Mendoza. I think you sit behind Cousins, you watch him, and let him coach you. And I think he's willing to do that. Just kind of mentor him. Just follow what he's doing. He's been a successful quarterback in the NFL. And again, I don't think the Raiders are going anywhere this year. Will they surprise? Maybe.
No.
I don't know. I don't know how they're going to be. I think they're going to be better than they have been. I'll tell you the guy that I was impressed with last night. I can't wait to see him, and I've heard a lot of other people talk about him. He was a 4th-round pick. It's that running back, Mike Washington.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of a banger, and he was just going full speed last night. Watched quite a bit of the first half of that football game, and I like to kind of get a sense about where these guys are going. Now, I'm different, and I'm probably bizarre. I take things with a grain of salt when it comes to preseason because who's in there and who's not. But just when you talk about effort and playing regardless of who's out there, but the effort that was provided by Washington last night I thought was fantastic. So he may be a hell of a steal with a 4th-round pick for the Raiders.
And that certainly is a possibility, but you look at the Raiders, who won 3 games last year, in the AFC West with Kansas City, who you know is going to be better this year with a healthy Mahomes, and the Chargers and the Broncos. So even if they're better, they're still going to be bad. And, and then, again, when you're looking at preseason football and what you're seeing, because you're not necessarily seeing all – good on good or 1s-on-1s and 2s and 3s against 3s and 4s. But you look at, like a Sincere McCormick last night for San Francisco, had that 37-yard run, 53 yards on 6 carries for the former Roadrunner. I mean, I like seeing guys like that because, all right, San Francisco, they got that McCaffrey guy, but these guys are putting tape, that effort. Maybe it's not with the team that they're playing in the preseason with, but for a future organization that they're going to have an opportunity to be a part of.
Well, and look, I think that's why you trade Max Crosby, if you can. If somebody's going to give you a couple of first-round picks, whether it's the Cowboys or whomever, doesn't matter. I think with the Raiders and a rebuilding with JR, they've got their quarterback of the future. They've got their running back of the future. They've got a hell of a tight end. Look, they've got some players there and some pieces, but they're young. And I just think that that's maybe the biggest case why you say, Max, we love you, but we can get 2 first-round picks for you or whatever it happens to be and keep moving and building this thing forward. So
we got some Raider fans on our YouTube page, which you can access through sasportstar.com. Stephen Ledesma says, leave Max Crosby alone. He doesn't want to be a Cowboy.
I think Max might want to win a Super Bowl. I'm not saying that if he comes to the Cowboys he will, but he may want to go somewhere where he's got that opportunity to do that. I don't think it's with the Raiders. Certainly not this year or probably not even next year.
And at his age, by the time the Raiders do turn it around, because they do have the right foundational pieces.
Yep.
They've got the quarterback. They've got a running back. Bowers at tight end.
Yes.
They need the receivers. But by the time they are there, is Max Crosby still going to be the dominant force? And while Von Miller's a nice addition to the Cowboys, he's not one that you would say puts them over the top. The Cowboys are a Super Bowl caliber team. Right now, they are, whether you want to believe that or not. Because I know when you're talking about the Cowboys, you might laugh about it, but their roster is capable. And if you were to add a Max Crosby, wow, that might be the guy that you could say, yep, that is what's there. I know there's talk about, there has been talk about Max. There's been talk about a corner. Do they need to look at a tackle? I mean, are the Cowboys complete? No. But that's why I think you see a different approach from Jerry Jones this entire offseason, to the point where Dak Prescott was even talking about a different Jerry Jones.
Well, let's hear from Dak Prescott. What do you think? Dak Prescott spoke yesterday before the Cowboys wrapped things up. We'll hear from Dak Prescott. We'll also hear from George Pickens, who, he has a warning that he put out yesterday. We'll let you hear it from him when we return here on the Blitz, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Stars Fall Golf Classic is back. Round up your foursome, your work crew, your work day golf buddies, and get ready for a fun, laid-back day at Silverhorn Golf Club. Monday, September 21st. Lock in a team for just $500 for a foursome, or jump in solo for $150 a player. The Fall Golf Classic benefits First Tee Charity, so you're having a great time for a great cause. San Antonio Sports Star Fall Golf Classic, presented by the Law Office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, and in part by Flight by Yingling and PPL Motorhomes. Grab your spot now at sasportstar.com.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit info kit. 800-290-7100. That's 800-290-7100.
Hi, everybody. Joe Reinagle here, and I've got a question for you. What if every month you had access to a different exotic car? Well, that's what Pascucci Prestige membership is all about. Instead of owning one dream car, you get access to an entire collection of incredible vehicles and concierge-level service. It's luxury without the long-term commitment. You know, if you've ever wondered what it's like to live the exotic lifestyle, this is your chance. Pascucci Prestige. Visit PascucciPrestige.com and book your ride today.
What do parents think of back to school at Staples, where 24-pack Crayola crayons are just 50 cents?
Staples has folders, notebooks, and pens at great prices.
I'm smiling from ear to ear.
It's the most wonderful time.
Mom, I missed the bus of the year.
It's a wonderful time at Staples, where school supplies start at just 25 cents. Staples.
That was easy.
Visit your local Staples today or shop online and in the app. Ends 9/12. Exclusions apply.
Injuries happen, and when they do, skip the ER and get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains. Conveniently located in the Quarry area with extended hours Monday through Saturday with on-site x-ray casting and bracing. Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, and best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. Learn more online at tsaog.com.
Awesome Tickets is your personal ticket broker. Big games, big concerts, big events. Need tickets? Stay local and call Awesome Tickets. Stop paying all those crazy fees on ticket apps. Awesome Tickets has your tickets for all the sports, concerts, any city, any event. Avoid the ticket app fees. Since 1994, Awesome Tickets is local and veteran owned. You deserve Awesome Tickets. Call 210-226-5136 or online at awesometix.com. That's awesometix.com.
If you or someone you love is struggling with alcohol or drug use, you do not have to carry it alone. I'm Peter McCarthy of the San Antonio Council on Alcohol and Drug Awareness, known as CICADA. We help people take the next step with compassion, privacy, and no judgment. You do not need all the answers, just a safe place to start. And 90% of our services are provided at no cost. Call CICADA at 210-225-4741. That's 210-225-4741. Or visit cicada.org.
I scream. You scream. We all scream. Because Wendy's famous small classic Frosty is just $1 for a limited time. More screaming, happy screaming, summer screaming, dollar small classic Frosty screaming! But please don't scream.
Get to the Cowboys in just a second, but there is some news from the NBA. The Dallas Mavericks have reached a buyout with Klay Thompson.
Yep.
And as soon as he clears waivers, he is going to sign with the Miami Heat. So that gets you up to date with what's happening with Klay Thompson in Dallas and Miami, if you care.
If you care.
If you care.
If you care.
But it's our job to bring it to you.
Absolutely. He's Joe Reinagle. I'm Jason Minix, the Blitz here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. The mess for the Bernie Little Leaguers, they contained it. Only gave up 2 in that first inning. It's now 2-1, and Borene is up batting. They've got 2 runners on, and both teams' pitchers are a little erratic to get this game underway.
Yeah, struggling. Borene's got runners at second and third with only 1 out here in the bottom half of the first inning. So this could be one of those who bats last and wins this thing. It's
now
possible.
The bases are loaded.
Yeah, they are. And
they're calling that a strike?
Ooh, did he swing at it? Because that was really high.
It was really high. I don't know.
Well, there are 2 outs now, and the bases aren't loaded. Second and third with 2 outs. 2-1 ball game. Northwest leading Southwest.
The Dallas Cowboys have finished up in Oxnard. Technically, there's still 2 more weeks of training camp. But when it gets back to Frisco, it's more just like practice, even though they call it training camp. But I'll tell you what, Joe, we have been talking a lot this entire offseason, and when you and I were in Oxnard for our Cowboys camp coverage, just the differences of how things feel, how Jerry has operated. And even Dak Prescott talking on the podium yesterday, talking about a different Jerry Jones.
I can't give enough credit, honestly, to him and the Jones, and just I don't think I'd be saying the goals and saying them as confident and trying to manifest, without the things that they've done, without the decisions they've made, without the signings that they have, the extensions that they've given to certain guys. They understand what we're trying to do and the urgency in it. And I think as much as Jerry ever has in my tenure here.
Well, and that's cool, and I think that's the consensus from everybody, that Jerry Jones has been different, and the Cowboys are operating different from what they've done for the last 30 years, to be totally honest with you. In a lot of ways, they're going out, they're adding to their team, filling some holes, getting some players in here, and I go back, and I hate to beat a dead horse, I really do, but this all started last year when they traded Micah Parsons.
Yep.
That's when this ball started rolling. And I think, no matter what you feel about Jerry Jones and how he's run the Cowboys, for a long, long time, this year he did it right. And they had a vision, whether it was Jerry or Steven or both or Will McClay, all 3, whatever it was, they had a vision that getting rid of Micah Parsons and getting the draft capital that they got and what they were able to do with it, and they've done a good job with it, at least on paper. And so I think it all started last year, what we're seeing this year, and that's how real football teams operate.
It is, but I like the way that Dak Prescott phrased that, the urgency. And we've talked about, look, we know Jerry and his age, you know it's late fourth quarter, but nobody knows when their time is up. Jerry is acting with a sense of urgency. And for Dak Prescott to say the most urgency that he has seen from Jerry in his 10 years with the Cowboys, but also that allows him, because he's feeding off of that from the front office, allows him to be very confident talking about the Super Bowl. Well, showing up in that Super Bowl shirt. And after a couple weeks of camp, this is a Super Bowl caliber roster.
I mean, I feel great about the steps that we made, what we came into training camp here in Oxnard to accomplish. Like I said, we still got 2 weeks left to go, so nothing is set. Nothing is you can't win. You can't win in August. Unfortunately, you can't win in September, but we're taking the steps necessary to put ourselves in the best position come week 1 and give ourselves the best position to win that game, and it starts there. And then once you do that, you can move forward. But at the end of the day, it's about getting better each and every day in some aspect, and I think this team has had that mentality, and I think we've accomplished that the days that we've come out here.
They have worked hard. The attitude, the vibe, everything has been different at training camp than it has over the last 2 or 3 years. There's no question about that. And there's a confidence coming from this team that they believe that they do have a roster that can compete legitimately for a Super Bowl. That's not Jason and I telling you this. That's what the players are saying, and that's their attitude that they're playing with. And that's what, if you're a Cowboy fan, that's what should give you hope. And I know Cowboy fans have had hope for a long time, but I've been covering the Cowboys for a long time. Jason's been covering the Cowboys for a long time, and it's different.
It is different. And again, until they do it, well, you haven't done it yet. It's going to be part of the conversation.
Of course.
I mean, I guess I look at on the later of that, I've always been in the conversation. This team has had, 3-4 years in a row or 3 years in a row, right? 12 wins or something like that, yeah, it is. It is time to break through. And, I've said it before. Yeah, we can't do it by ourselves, but we are asked to make up at times. We are responsible for what the position you put your team in. So, I don't take much into it. I told you guys and you people who understand me now know me. I'm harder on myself than anyone is, and higher expectations and standards and goals. So when I hear it these days, I'm more just like, cool, and you're right, But I can't even say that that's inspiring or motivating me because, I'm moved and founded by much deeper. So hell yeah, absolutely, I'm ready to win.
He is. I think he is, and everybody else is, and it's a different vibe. With the Cowboys this year than really, certainly lately that I've seen in a while.
Yeah, it's interesting because Dak has always been so even keel. And generally speaking, whatever he says at the podium and his play is what it is. I mean, he is a great quarterback. He is a great regular season quarterback. He's yet to get it done in the playoffs. Sometimes it's on him. Sometimes it's the team around him. But, when you listen to Dak talking, and then you hear Joe Burrow yesterday, I don't know if you saw this clip, but Joe Burrow's like, dude, I'm tired of waiting. I'm tired of hearing next year. I'm tired of is Joe Burrow putting the Bengals on notice?
I'm trying to put it out into the world. I'm trying to manifest it. I'm trying to show our guys the urgency that I have and that I want us to have as an organization to go and make it happen. You can keep pushing it down the road, or you can talk about it now and say this is the year. And I'm tired of saying next year. This is it. Your life is too short to keep pushing things down the road, and I'm trying to instill some urgency and some intensity in everybody to go and be great every day and try to go make it happen.
Well, absolutely he is, and he should. I mean, you talk about a guy that many consider certainly one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. He's been to a Super Bowl, but lately he's been running for his life. And Joe Burrow's problem is he's going to be doing that again.
Yep.
That offensive line is horrible. They went out and they improved the defense a little bit. At least it's not going to be as bad as it was last year. But that offensive line stinks. And I don't know how Joe Burrow survives the season when he's going to get hit the way he's going to get hit this year.
But again, what I find fascinating is you look at there's a bucket of quarterbacks, if you will, from Joe Burrow to Josh Allen to Dak Prescott to Justin Herbert, these elite level top quarterbacks that have been paid that have no Super Bowls. I mean, some of them have playoff success, if you will, but no Super Bowl championships. And they all kind of feel the same way. Cincinnati and Dallas last year were almost the same, right? Mm-hmm. Incredible offenses, incredible weapons on offenses, and wet paper defense. Yet the Cowboys were able to go fix their defense. The Bengals did not. Isn't that crazy? Yet none of them get the scrutiny that Dak Prescott gets, and that's just because of where he plays. Justin Herbert, Joe Burrow, I was going to say Tua, but Tua's not even in Miami anymore. None of those guys get near the scrutiny because of who they play for. And that's kind of what's amazing. Josh Allen doesn't get near the scrutiny, although Josh, it is starting to feel like he is getting after last year. Like at some point, man, you've got to do it. Lamar Jackson, at some point, you're going to have to get over the hump. All these guys with the same goal, which, again, our focus here obviously is on the Cowboys, but it is interesting when you look at the quarterbacks in that situation who have been paid that don't have that Super Bowl championship.
I think it's the way that you look at it. I think you mentioned Lamar Jackson. I think he and Dak Prescott are probably the closest of the two that have good regular seasons, and then they can't play in the playoffs. And that's been a problem. I think those two guys are the closest you get. When you look at a guy like Josh Allen, I mean, if you're a Buffalo Bill fan, you expect a deep playoff run every year because that's what they've provided. They just can't get over the hump and get to a Super Bowl. That's been their issue. But I don't know how many playoff games Josh Allen has played in. It's a lot. Joe Burrow, again, you can make excuses for Joe Burrow all day long. The offense is good. The defense sucks. The offensive line sucks. All of that stuff. But look, and Justin Herbert, you talk about a guy that I've soured on, and I think this year, if he doesn't get it done this year, or at least makes a good playoff run or wins a playoff game or two, then there are no more excuses. I mean, he's got a good offensive coordinator who is in love with him, by the way, and I don't know how they don't get it done.
Well, they just lost their center, though.
Well, they did,
and that's part of it is you have to stay healthy.
Well, of course, but Herbert has no excuse anymore, and I'm tired of people making excuses for him because that's all I hear. Well, he doesn't have the receiver. Well, the offensive line. Well, this. Well, that. You're a quarterback in the NFL. And he is a very talented quarterback. And I'm a big fan of his, or certainly was when he first came into the league. I mean, it's time to get it done. And I say the same thing for Dak Prescott. It's time to get it done. And there are no more excuses for Dak. If the Cowboys can't win with this roster, they can't win. I mean, in all seriousness, I say that because I don't know. They've had good rosters before and faltered. But this roster that they've assembled this year, if they can't get it done this year, I'm not sure when they can.
The idea of last year's Seattle team getting to the Super Bowl, quite frankly, last year's New England team is a great comparable to the San Antonio Spurs, ahead of schedule. Got there, didn't get it done, but ahead of schedule. The expectations, and even when they were winning championships, the comparisons between the Spurs and the Patriots were fair because the same coach and star players and the level of consistent excellence that was there. So it's funny that it's that team again being compared to this young Spurs team. But I do think that helped create the urgency for Jerry Jones to say the hell with the 5-year plan that we've been hearing about for years. It was always, well, we can't do it because of this, or we can't do it because of that. And then when you watch Seattle go out, nobody thought they were going to the Super Bowl last year and go get it done. You know what? Jerry has just said, all right, let's go make these moves. Let's invest in the defensive side. The offense is where it needs to be. And now you have a complete roster and one that should be able to compete. Are they the best roster in the NFL? No. But are they going to be in that mix? Because rarely does the preseason pick actually get there and get it done. And we all know that because you got to stay healthy. You got to win. They do have a tough schedule. All of that stuff factors in. I think New England's run last year was certainly helped by, an easier schedule and a piss-poor playoff game from one C.J. Stroud. Because C.J. plays like C.J., then, although C.J. was bad in the Pittsburgh game that they did win, but regular season C.J. Stroud, and they end up in the Super Bowl. But those are some of the breaks that have to go your way to get to the Super Bowl and get a win.
And you remember they got through Denver without Bo Nix, who got hurt. So everything fell right for New England to get to the Super Bowl, and then they got their asses handed to them in the Super Bowl. But, again, they got there. I think they've got a good young team, but you're right. I think it's a good comparison between them and the San Antonio Spurs. Nobody expected that. There will be a team this year, because it happens every single year, that nobody's talking about that's going to make a run and surprise the hell out of everybody. You can look through the lineups and the schedules and everything else, and you can pick and speculate. But there will be that team because there always is. Last year was New England. Year before that was Washington. There is always that team, and I guarantee you that team will come out of nowhere again this year. So it's going to be interesting to see. We'll hear from George Pickens coming up here in just a little bit because George, there was one Dallas writer who said he was his MVP of training camp. Interesting. Was that Nick Harris?
Yeah.
Of the Fort Worth Star-Telegram that said that?
Yep.
And Pickens you didn't hear much about it. George Pickens.
We thought he was going to be the drama all off season.
Yeah, we all thought that, yes.
Remember, we were sitting at Taste of the North Side, or it was draft, and wow, he signed his tag. Uh-oh, that means the trade is about to happen. No, it didn't. All right, is he going to hold out? No. I mean, again, part of the weirdness of this Cowboys offseason, and that's part of it because it has been quiet. It has been drama-free. Where you thought you were going to have something, never materialized. Nothing came out of left field. There was nothing crazy, and Jerry Jones operating a different way. And I like Dak Prescott's term, operating with urgency. And put together one hell of a roster.
Yep, on paper it looks great. We'll see come September 13th in the Meadowlands against the New York Football Giants. How do things come together? I saw something today that somebody's speculating the Giants' defense is going to be much improved and pretty damn good at that.
Sure.
For whatever that matters. We can all speculate at this point in time, and that's what we do. Of course it is, right? We got to take a break. When do we come back? Guess what's back? Back again, the green monster thrown out of the stands at WNBA.
The green monster is what you're calling it, huh?
Well, I mean, I guess it depends on your perspective. I don't know. We'll talk about that. We got a 16-year-old girl coming out of the stands tackling guys.
Not the green monster?
It's crazy. Crazy stuff. We're talking about it. We continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
San Antonio Sports Star has South Texas' biggest sports stick, enhanced by Dr. Boom Boom Pow. KTFM Floresville, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter. Mellow Mushroom has the best pizza in San Antonio. Mellow delivers the best pizza experience with their delicious dough, premium ingredients, and unique flavors. Delivering a higher order of pizza is the standard. If Mellow can make a pizza this delicious, imagine what they can do with munchies, greens, calzones, and burgers. Mellow Mushroom has San Antonio's best happy hour with food specials and half-off adult beverages. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
I felt a jackhammering pain in my jaw.
Like someone sawing my bones.
Barbed wire in my shoulder.
Like a cattle prod in my hip.
Like I put my foot in a blender.
Pain is different for everyone. But where pain starts, Jurnavix suzetrigine begins. Jurnavix is a non-opioid 50-milligram prescription tablet for adults with moderate to severe acute pain that reduces pain signals before they reach the brain. Before those signals tell the brain to feel
like I punched an angry beehive.
And pain reduction can finally begin. Do not take Jurnavix with CYP3A inhibitors. Avoid use with grapefruit or liver problems, as these may increase side effects. Tell your doctor about all your medicines if you are pregnant or breastfeeding. Jurnavix may make certain medicines and birth control less effective. Side effects include itching, muscle spasms, rash, and elevated muscle enzymes. To learn more about Jurnavix, ask your doctor. Call 1-833-589-PAIN or visit jurnavix.com.
What do parents think of back to school at Staples, where supplies start at just 25 cents?
Staples has the latest laptops with up to 40% savings.
I may hug the cashier.
So embarrassing.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
It's a wonderful time at Staples with up to 40% off select tech. Staples.
That was easy.
Visit Staples today or shop online and in the app. Ends 9/12. Exclusions apply.
Eric Cargill's family has worked the same land for 5 generations.
If a farmer or rancher gets sick, that's downtime in harvest or planting. Animals don't care if you get sick. You know, I have type 1 diabetes. What if my blood sugar crashes and I'm out in the middle, I'm 30 miles from anywhere?
That changed when nurse practitioner John Hodges opened Rawls Family Medicine.
If our clinic were not here, some of our patients would have to drive up to 90 miles to see a healthcare provider.
Healthcare is not a privilege, it's a right for everyone.
I just want to help as many people in the community as I can.
John Hodges keeps us going, all of us, and that's kept our farm and ranch alive, and hopefully into 6 and 7 generations.
How has a nurse impacted your life? Share your story at thepowerofnurses.org.
We're with Bridget, whose husband won't be home for months, and whose daughter is due any day. We're with Mike, who's leaving home to protect his family and yours. We're with all service members and their families who need community, connection, and maybe a bit of magic. Are you with them? Learn more at uso.org today.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
The Borene Little Leaguers making their debut in the Little League World Series today, and they are tied right now as they head to the top half of the third inning. They're all knotted up at 2-2. We'll keep you posted. Texas Rangers take on the LA Angels tonight, a game you can hear right here on your home for Rangers baseball, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, beginning at 6:30 with the pregame show.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
From the studios of San Antonio's Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Blitz. 2 decades on the radio, Jason Minix. 2 decades on TV, Joe Reinagel. 2 San Antonio sports voices you've trusted for years. This is The Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
We've made it, y'all. It's Friday. The weekend is here. Welcome to The Blitz, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. So happy you decided to spend a little time with us. I'm Joe Reinagel. Jason Minix is here as well, and that's a great Friday afternoon. Hot, though. It's really hot.
It is stupid hot, but whatever. 2-2 at the Little League World Series. And they just showed during the broadcast. Now, obviously, it's Little League World Series. Uncrustables are one of the big sponsors. And so they got a basket of Uncrustables in the booth, and 2 of the people in the booth grab them and start wolfing down the sandwiches. And all I'm thinking is, Reinagel would be in such a pickle there because he hates peanut butter. But if one of the sponsors is a peanut butter and jelly type sandwich with the Uncrustables and they bring them to you and you're supposed to eat them on air, what do?
Well, you eat it. I mean, that's what you do. You just power through. That's what, I mean, you know, sponsors are sponsors, and we appreciate those folks more than you'll ever know. So you eat it and just hope you don't puke.
Now, Uncrustables are great, but there's no way people doing a broadcast should be eating an Uncrustable. Carl Ravitch did not reach for one. Could you imagine you're because you're eating a peanut butter sandwich?
Yep. Well, he can't, right? He's got to talk, and peanut butter's tough.
All 3 have to talk.
Well, I get it, but Ravitch is the guy that's got to talk the most.
Yes.
The other 2 can just kind of hell of a play.
But Ravitch is also the guy that got fired a couple of weeks ago and is still working.
Well, that's his fault.
He should be collecting all the free sandwiches he can get.
I guess. I think Carl Ravitch is doing just fine. I don't feel too sorry for him in that respect, and I'd be willing to bet that Carl Ravitch it will not be unemployed long. If ESPN doesn't want him, somebody else will. True. He's just too damn good for somebody not to pick him up. So he's going to be fine. And they're still paying him. He's not doing this for free. I wouldn't imagine.
No, he's still getting paid.
Yeah,
he's still getting paid. Let's do the Headline Blitz.
This is Jason and Joe's Headline Blitz. 2 guys, 2 opinions, never enough time.
The Headline Blitz brought to you by Argo Group, specialty insurance for complex risks. There's a video going around. It's going to piss you off on a Friday. If you're going to New York anytime soon, go to Soho. And not that I ever recommend defacing anything that's public and not yours, but if there's ever a sign that needed spray paint over it, it's the choking hazard sign at a bar in Soho that is Wemby-based. The universal sign for choking, and it's Wemby choking.
Yes.
Son of a...
Which, I mean, I guess you could say is appropriate.
It's not funny.
Well, to them it is.
Yes.
To New Yorkers it is. I thought that was very clever, though. I mean, everybody's seen those signs. What do you do when somebody's choking and whatever? And well, the choking victim is Victor Wembanyama. So, I love that. They're starting this. They piss Spurs fans off. That's good. I hope they do. I hope they piss the Spurs off as well. And who knows? Maybe a rematch in 2027.
Mm-hmm.
Could very well be.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Son of a...
Good stuff.
They got Jalen Brunson trying to do the Heimlich.
Mm-hmm.
It's a brutal poster. Don't search that out if you're a Spurs fan. It will piss you off on a Friday.
Well, I hope it does piss you off, so search it out.
Almost the way Angel Reese gets angry when she sees an adult toy thrown on the floor during her basketball game.
It's reported this week Park will skip the Asian Games. The Continental title. There's a stoppage here, and Angel Reese is pointing out the perpetrator. Something was thrown onto the court.
Something.
And security has made quick work of this. And Brink kicking the object away.
Nobody wanted to touch that thing.
Well, they never do. I mean, it's they throw a towel over it and pick it up. Like when they're trying to catch a squirrel or a possum or something.
You don't know where that sex toy's been.
I mean,
the guy that threw it might have just pulled it out of his butt. I mean, who
stop.
knows? I mean, who knows? You never know. I wouldn't want to touch that thing. Please.
Kind of figure it's got to be new, right?
Well, I don't know that it's new. So you're going to go and buy one of those things. I don't know how much those cost.
I don't know.
And then just throw it away?
Well, they're throwing it on the court.
Well, yeah.
They're getting their
you ain't
jollies a
getting
different
it back.
way.
So if you're going to do that, you might as well have some fun with it first. Unplug it, baby.
Steal that from your girlfriend's drawer.
Why would you want to piss her off like that? Oh, my goodness. I mean, I guess Angel Reese saw whoever did this.
Yeah, had them thrown
and
out.
she pointed, and they got thrown out. But, I mean, they're right in the middle of free throws, and they throw this thing, and the aim is pretty damn good. Right? I mean, it's right in the middle of the lane.
Well, yeah. I still don't. I don't want to know where that thing was to get it in.
Exactly.
But it wasn't where Reinigle thinks.
Well,
it couldn't have been.
You don't know that. How did he sneak the thing in?
I don't know, but no.
Or she.
No.
I mean, I don't know.
Well, it was the guy that got thrown out.
Well, then how did he sneak it in?
I don't know.
I mean, you can't just walk in with that thing.
Well, I mean,
you got to hide it.
I mean, it's in your pocket.
I think if that thing was in his pocket, he would have gotten lucky. Woo! Is that a sex toy in your pocket? You're just excited to see me.
Good Lord.
Speaking of that, just real quick, Devil Dog, grandson is here. Congratulations. 7 pound, 1 ounce, and all three are doing well. And his son survived. So congratulations. I just wanted to put that out there. He just posted that on the San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page. Congrats.
An hour into the show. And show started, he was on there earlier saying, hey, it's on its way. It's here.
Yeah. So now it's here. About an hour later when he first let us know that. And I appreciate you, Devil Dog, letting us know that. So we can share in your happiness.
Congratulations, man.
Yes. So obviously there were no sex toys used in that project.
What about his kid?
I'm just saying they had to make the kid, didn't they?
Well, sure.
Okay. So it's a real deal.
Well, I mean, you've got a bunch of grandkids, and you wonder how they're all happening.
Well, they didn't use one of those things that was thrown on the court, obviously. Yeah, I know. I try to tell my kids, it's like, get a TV.
Well, they have
do
TVs.
something. Have hobbies. You play Monopoly or something.
They have a hobby.
Holy cow!
Yes.
Well, they can have that hobby, but
Dude, you have 5 kids.
how about just have fun? You don't always have to produce something. Because I got 9 grandkids. For goodness. 9. Jeez, Louise.
9. How many Christmas presents that is?
Dude, it's a lot.
How many college funds you have to start?
No, I don't have to start anything.
Well, that's what grandparents are supposed to do.
Well, not this grandparent.
9.
Now, if Maggie wants to do that, and she can knock herself out.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know what's cool, and I don't. This is not political, all right. And if you don't like this dude, I get it. But Trump started those savings accounts, and
Sure.
and so I know that the 2 newest grandchildren, their parents are gonna do that. And why wouldn't you? It gives you $1,000, and you contribute to that throughout the first 18 years, I guess.
I know my mom and dad opened an account for Erica when she was born, and through I want to say $100 a month in it for 18 years. It adds up quite a bit.
Of course it does.
Especially in a good high-interest savings account.
Well, anyway, I don't really care how you feel about the current president. It doesn't matter. But that program, to me, is a good thing. So they're taking advantage of it.
Is he out? He's out. All right. Bernie, this game's been back and forth. They're down 4-2, but
Wow.
they just threw a runner out trying to score from second. A great throw from center field that was in time and got him out. It's been a hell of a baseball game.
Well,
Sloppy, but
it's
hell of a game.
lot of offense. The pitching is struggling, to say the least.
A lot of offense. There was some bad defense, man. Kid misplayed it in the outfield, but then made up for it with a great throw.
Yeah, nice
He
throw.
hit the relay guy and
Perfect
and delivered.
Now that's technique right there.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, whoever's coaching that team, well done.
Yep,
that was good technique.
Made the tag and showed the ball to the ump.
Yep, center
You're
fielder
out.
relays it to the guy he's supposed to. Bam, bam, and bam.
Bam.
Yes.
Fred Villarreal is saying kids are asking Joe, what is Monopoly?
Exactly. Monopoly's still out there. You know what's funny about that is that there's actually a slot machine that's Monopoly.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't you win some money on that thing
My
last
wife
time?
did.
Yeah.
My wife did, yeah.
So they know, Fred.
Yep.
They know.
Yep. With football season around the corner, and when you go into a sports bar to watch a game, and if you see the owner there, thank him for having the games on, because it's really expensive for these bars to, oh, good Lord, that just went right through his legs. The bad news bears for Bernie there.
Oh, my gosh.
All right. But there could be some major lawsuits coming, because there is one company that apparently sells the NFL Sunday ticket to commercial businesses. So, your local bar can't buy the games the way you do for your house. They've got to go through a commercial deal. So apparently this company let all the bars know, hey, everything's going streaming. And a lot of companies invested a lot of money to be able to change their systems in their bar for the technology for streaming services. And turns out you're not going to need it. So they invested all kinds of money that's not there. It's a bait and switch kind of lawsuit they're expecting, because all these people had to buy this equipment from this one particular company.
Now, did that affect Chip?
I have no idea.
We'll have to get old Chip on, and he could explain all that to us. But either way, it doesn't matter. He's going to make it work, and you want to go watch a game, the Roo Pub.
Yep.
That's all you got to say. Did you see this 16-year-old girl come out of the stands
yeah,
and tackle this guy? I'm not sure exactly where this is, but there was a fight, or she didn't like the play. 16 years old comes out of the stands, tackles this kid who has full pads on. It's a hell of a tackle.
It was.
I'm the coach. I'm like, hey,
pads.
get her some pads. But she's being charged with assault for this.
You can't go onto the field and attack a player or tackle a player, whether you're a 16-year-old girl or not. And apparently there was a fight in the stands before that. And we still don't really understand the why. I mean, like, I'm reading this story, I'm ready for the why, like, that was her boyfriend and he cheated on her. She's going to go get her revenge. Something. No, we still don't know why.
I think this kid must have hit her boyfriend or her brother or something. She flies out of the stands and just perfect technique tackle. It was outstanding.
It was, but it got her arrested and now banned from going to any more games.
Well, maybe that was her whole point. Parents dragging her to the game.
Oh, stop.
She didn't want to go.
Stop.
I'll put a stop to this.
Yeah. Go make a fool of yourself.
Oh, my goodness. We got so much to do today. Lots happening. So happy you are decided to spend a little time with us here on the Blitz. And when we come back, speaking of tempers flaring, it can cause bad things to happen. We've got 2 examples of that when we return here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
The Cowboys take on the Cardinals.
Knock the ball! Touchdown to Pickens!
Pre-game at 8 and kickoff at 9.
Touchdown, touchdown!
Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds and the Davis Law Firm, San Antonio's home for Dallas Cowboys football.
Touchdown, Cowboys!
94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
The biggest sale of the year is happening now at North Park Chevrolet. Drive a new 2026 Silverado 1500 Custom for $34,867 or the 2026 Traverse for $36,999 and 2.9% APR. Plus, enjoy 2 years of no-charge oil changes and a 1-year wash tub pass on new vehicles. Together, let's drive North Park Chevrolet, 10 minutes from Loop 410 in Castroville. Must qualify. Call 830-355-2107 for full price and offer details.
Argo Group delivers specialty insurance tailored to your business, backed by expert claims handling and global experience. As a proud local employer, Argo gave back to more than 20 San Antonio nonprofits last year. Visit argogroup.com. Argo, helping businesses stay in business. Argo Group provides specialty insurance for complex risks. The insurance is designed to meet the unique coverage and claims handling needs of businesses. As a local employer, Argo contributes to the San Antonio community too, donating to more than 20 area nonprofits last year. Visit argogroup.com to learn how tailored strategies and global expertise can support your business. That's argogroup.com. Argo, we help businesses stay in business.
If alcohol or drug use is hurting you or someone you love, you are not alone. I'm Peter McCarthy of the San Antonio Council on Alcohol and Drug Awareness, known as CICADA. There is help, there is hope. Call CICADA at 210-225-4741 or visit cicada.org.
Life is meant to be lived in motion, in the moment, on the go. If a sports injury or chronic pain threatens to slow you down, hold you back, or take you out of the game, Christus Health is here, right where you live, with complete personalized orthopedic care. Because you have a lot of games to play, miles to go, and life to live. Christus Health, your life, our purpose. Find care near you at christushealth.org.
Hey, it's Flo here to say drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds.
Nice! With my new savings, I'll get some hiking gear. It'll be great for my outdoor era.
I don't know if it counts as an era if you just buy stuff.
I got a cute hiking backpack. It's an outdoor era.
Well, you only bought one thing. I don't think it's an era.
Well, I think we're in a agree to disagree era.
Yeah, sure, you're probably right. Anyway, with the money you could save by switching to Progressive, you can afford to switch to other things in life. It's
my savings era.
Also, everything you do is not an era.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
For the ones who get it done, Grainger offers the professional-grade products you need to get the job done. With fast delivery you can depend on and access to technical product experts ready to help you meet any challenge. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health.
What do we have, Minnix? Pledge before he left today. I think we have, at least of this morning, 7 foursomes left.
Correct.
In our San Antonio Sports Star Fall Golf Classic. They're going quick. We just started this thing on Monday. It's Friday, and we've only got 7 teams left.
I would imagine we'll be completely sold out when we're in Circa Las Vegas a week today for the Ultimate Contest weekend. So if you want to play in our golf tournament, get signed up. Once it's sold out, they'll take the deal off to where you can't register. And again, Pledge is out today. I called in sick after the Texans lost last night in embarrassing fashion late. So we don't really have an update because that's his job. But sasportstar.com. Get signed up. September 21st out at Silverhorn. Golf tournament brought to you by the Lofts of Jesse Hernandez, our friends from Fly by Yingling. After party at the Gopher Shack. I was at the Gopher Shack last night. Great spot.
Oh, it is a great spot.
I was scouting last night.
You were?
Sure.
You know, I like that spot because, well, number one, it's close to close to the house, but it's just a cool vibe in there. Just a chill place. And did you play any slots?
Yeah.
How'd you do, Minnix?
I'm not bragging.
It is a cool spot.
Those turned out to be some really expensive beers.
I hear you. That happens sometimes.
I was practicing for next week.
Yeah, that happens with Maggie and I as well sometimes.
Yeah.
But you never know.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
At least you didn't get upset and, I don't know, maybe assault somebody.
I did not. You know, a segment on bad decisions on the Blitz. Apparently, TCU safety Jacob Fields has been kicked off the team. He allegedly assaulted a teammate in the locker room, teammates in the hospital, police were called, and Jacob Fields has been kicked off the team.
Well, as he should be. I mean, if you're doing that and you're a knucklehead. I mean, we talked about this yesterday with the fights that took place between the Saints and the Cowboys on Tuesday. I mean, you know, you're playing football, and I mean, at least they were fighting against each other. They're two different teams. This dude apparently assaulted a teammate, allegedly. I mean, that's ridiculous.
Now again, Jacob Fields dismissed from the program according to a variety of reports. Committed assault in the locker room. It was reported to police. The official police report everything's redacted, so I don't know. But he transferred in from Louisiana Tech. According to USA Today, a source who spoke to the Fort Worth Star-Telegram, described Fields as remorseful, saying tensions between him and his new teammates began to rise earlier in the month. The source said Fields felt targeted by teammates and that attempts to reach out to the coaching staff did not result in any de-escalation. The source also said they didn't believe Coach Sonny Dykes knew the full extent of the locker room issues. TCU did not respond to a request for comment by USA Today Sports, but TCU hasn't commented at all on this. But they say a wide receiver whose name I'm not even going to try to pronounce was beaten and remains hospitalized, unlikely to play in their August 29th opener.
So there you go. So this one knucklehead cost TCU 2 players.
Yep.
Himself and the guy he beat the hell out of. So way to go, dude.
Now,
that's awesome. I'm glad you're remorseful.
Now, but according to the Star-Telegram, a source with direct knowledge of the incident confirmed Fields' involvement in a fight with an offensive player. Fields is described as remorseful, taking accountability, but also believes the incident could have been avoided because the wide receiver was being a bully. And he finally got pissed off at the bully and took it into his own hands. The source said Fields felt targeted by teammates with insults and threats, including multiple moments when he was allegedly spit on by a teammate. The teammate, apparently, he beat the crap out of him because he got spit on.
Well, it's hard to blame a guy for that if that's indeed true. However, It's costing you your opportunity to play at TCU, number one, and you've got a guy in the hospital. If that makes you feel better, I don't know what happened, and if that's what happened, look, somebody spits on you, it's going to piss you off, and you're going to want to knock their lights out.
The crazy thing is this guy is supposed to be a starter. He was in line to start.
Well, not anymore.
No.
I don't know who picks him up. Does somebody? I'm sure they will, but
it's college football. Of course they will.
Somebody will, but
maybe. TCU's not saying anything. His agency has released a statement saying, "Come on now, what are we doing here?" Did have 92 tackles last year for Louisiana Tech.
No, that would have helped TCU tremendously.
Mm-hmm. Co-defensive player of the year in Conference USA.
Wow.
But again, sometimes you lose your cool. Sergio Garcia is known to have a temper. Now, this one, you've got to, take this with a huge really. Maybe. Maybe this is true. Maybe this isn't. Maybe this is partly true. But if you're upset that the Live Tour is not going to make it, you might be able to just blame Sergio Garcia. According to reports, Sergio Garcia's little outburst at the Masters where he damaged that tee box is the reason, or one of the reasons, maybe the final straw, that the rich dude from the PIF decided to pull his funding.
PIF?
That's what that's PIF, right?
Yes.
That's what it is.
It is. Just the way you said it.
The PIF? PIF? What do you call it? The PIF?
I don't call
PIF?
it. It's not even worth it.
Well,
it's gone.
Well, so there's a report out that, however you say the guy's name, Yasir, was so embarrassed by the sequence of events with Sergio Garcia at the Masters that is when he decided to pull the funding. When Sergio Garcia damaged the course during a fit of rage in the final round.
Remember, he knocked the tee box marker.
Yep.
Or he swung and hit that thing and shattered it.
Yeah, so there's an article out that mentions this. Now, you might say, really, that? Well, apparently this rich dude has been trying to get into Augusta National. It is such an exclusive club. And they don't let just anybody in, no matter how much money you might have.
Yeah.
They're very selective. And so with one of his guys doing that could be the reason he does not ultimately get in. He was embarrassed by it. And shortly after that, that's when they pulled the plug. He pulled the plug on the funding. So they're all now starting to blame Sergio Garcia. His little meltdown on the tee box is the reason Live Golf is going away.
Well, and I'm not opposed to blaming Sergio Garcia for a lot of things. But if I'm the Masters and I'm determining whether this dude should be a member or not, I'm saying no. Dude, you funded the Live Tour. Get out of here.
Well, he funded the Live Tour. Now, keep in mind, now I know how you feel about Live, so there's no way you're going to be biased here or objective. But the Live Tour was created in a way to grow the game, allow more people to play, maybe not have staunchy PGA rules like, dude, you want to wear shorts and play golf? Let's wear shorts and play golf. But the whole idea was to grow the game of golf and bring it worldwide exposure. It just didn't catch on. It didn't work. So if you're at Augusta National and this guy is applying and you look at his bank account, that's the kind of member they want. But you can't have a guy damaging the course. And maybe if you were to say, yeah, you know what, I canceled that whole damn thing when he wrecked your tee box. I'll buy you 18 new ones if you let me in.
Well, that's possible. And now that you've pulled your funding from the Live Tour and it's dying a slow death, that would be something that I would take into consideration. But again, what kind of crap were you reading from there? That it was designed to do the game and the whatever, and it was designed to destroy the PGA Tour is what it was designed to do. That's exactly what it was designed to do. That's when they came in and tried to, buzzard all these good players away and take them away from the PGA Tour to kill it.
Well, they were to grow the game of golf.
No, to kill the PGA. That's what their thing was.
Competition for.
No. Now, again, as I mentioned yesterday, it was a good thing because the PGA Tour got off their collective butts and did the right thing for their players. However, the LIV Tour was designed to kill PGA completely, and it didn't work.
Mm-hmm.
They grow the game, for Pete's sake. You want to watch guys in shorts? Come on out September 21st to the San Antonio Sports Star Fall Golf Classic out at Silverhorn Golf Course, and you'll see guys in shorts drinking beer, playing in the same thing that the LIV Tour does. It's exactly what it is. Come on out there and take a look.
Yeah.
We'll even put up a LIV.
No, we won't.
Okay.
They're not paying us.
Just saying.
They don't have any money.
They got money. They're just not spending it on that anymore. That's ridiculous. And I could not be happier, Minix.
I love it
that
when
this
Joe
thing
gets so fired up
dying,
about stuff like this.
Is dying as we speak. Unplug the machine. Just let it go.
Mm-hmm.
Gone. And they're trying to save it. They've got a sponsor, right? Apparently, a donor. Where's this guy? What's his name's girlfriend? Is it Notre Dame dude?
Dude, have they announced who that sponsor is?
No, they haven't. I have a feeling there is not one.
Which I find interesting. Now, do you know who Tyrell Hatton is? Is that a
yes?
Right.
Yes, I do. Uh-huh.
So apparently he's a LIV type.
Uh-huh.
At Indianapolis, they have walk-up songs there for their golf tournaments.
Beautiful. Yeah, that's great.
His walk-up song was "I Want to Break Free" by Queen. So he's trying to get out of the LIV Tour too.
Yeah, of course he is. Yeah, all of those. John Rahm, as soon as he signed the deal, was like, boy, what did I just do? I mean, he made a lot of money. That's good. Good for them. Now they all want to get back in the PGA Tour. And I hope it's very difficult for those guys. I would like to see some of them back. Not all of them, some of them. Sergio Garcia can go pound sand and work at a driving range as far as I'm concerned.
Wow.
Not that there's anything wrong with that. I'm just saying.
I don't know who you're making fun of there, Sergio, or the guys that work at the driving range?
No, I'm making Sergio because he's a professional.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
He's made enough money, though, but he always loses his cool. But if we come to find out that was either the last straw or the straw, if this report is true, that the rich dude that's in control of all that money trying to get into Augusta canceled the whole damn thing. I mean, think about all the other LIV types, whether they want to be on the LIV Tour or they're trying to get back to the PGA Tour. But, dude, you cost me my job and my money because you got pissed off and damaged a tee box at the Masters.
Yeah.
Just the fact that could be a part of the equation I find hilarious.
I think it's funny, too.
What's the dude's name from here? Abraham Answer.
Yeah.
Right? Now, see, he's the kind of guy that I think is perfect for the LIV Tour. He's got a lot of other business interests. He loves golf, but is he going to put in the work to be on the PGA Tour? So the LIV was perfect for him. Get a bucket of money. You're not playing near as much as you do on the PGA Tour, and you're able to go and run all your other businesses. I was hearing a story about, I don't know, one of the guys from Europe, and he liked it because coming and playing in the States, you're gone from home too much.
Oh.
Wow.
Poor guy.
What do you mean, poor guy?
Poor guy. I feel sorry for him. You play golf for a living.
Yeah, but when
it's not like you're coming over here and digging ditches.
It's when you're far from home, though.
Oh, please. Stop it. You play golf for a living.
Uh-huh.
Oh, my gosh. Unbelievable.
He's not a private jet status. I mean, trying to get back over yonder could take a day or two.
Mm-hmm.
He's still playing golf for a living.
That sucks.
Uh-huh.
Poor guy.
Wants to golf in shorts.
Yes, of course he does. Maybe he needs mulligans, a breakfast ball.
We all want to wear shorts to
ice
work.
chest full of beer.
I mean, you're wearing slacks today.
Well, I had a lunch I had to go to. Yeah.
You're pissed off that you couldn't wear shorts.
Well, that was my call. I guess I could have worn shorts.
Well, or you could have changed, but you're bitching about having to wear pants to work today.
Well, I had to come
100 and some degrees
straight
outside
to work.
Uh-huh.
I didn't want to be late for work. Had to clock in.
Clock in. Do you imagine if you had to clock in?
No, I can't imagine that. But I was out with the suits today, and at a thing for Connecticut, and
yeah,
I had to. You got to impress the bosses sometimes.
Really?
Well, maybe. Dax was out there. Morgan.
Dax is always in a suit.
Well, and down Dax, he had on a dapper suit. It was it might have been
the same one he was wearing yesterday.
It might have been his best suit in his closet.
There's no way.
I'm telling you, it was pretty sharp suit.
Dax, his suits.
He was all dapper.
Dapper.
Yeah.
Dapper Dax.
Dapper Dax.
He's been here long enough. I'm surprised he still wears a suit every day.
And
he chooses to wear a suit.
Who's the new guy? That's management type.
We have a new guy in management?
Well, yeah, don't we?
Talking about Greg?
Department? No, I know Greg.
Jam
was there. He wasn't wearing a suit.
Of course Jam's not wearing a suit.
Morgan wasn't wearing a suit.
No, the only one that wears a suit is Dax. He comes walking out, looks like he should be running a funeral home or something.
Oh, good stuff. It was a fun event, but that explains. Nobody knew I had slacks on, but you. Nobody watching on YouTube knows what I've got on underneath here. I might not have anything on under here. How about that?
You're wearing pants. You're always wearing. I mean, but you're bitching about those live types, and they want to wear shorts to work. And I know damn well you would rather be in shorts right now.
Well, I would rather be in shorts right now, but look, there are certain things. I mean, if I'm going to work somewhere where it requires a suit, you wear a suit. If I'm going somewhere that requires pants, you wear pants.
At Channel 5, did you ever? Although the way they had it set up, you probably couldn't. Suit top and shorts on the bottom?
Couldn't do that because I was standing most of the time. So you don't do sports from behind the desk anymore.
Yeah.
So you kind of had to wear the full suit. But they did get a little more lax, toward the end, especially like on a Friday night where I wouldn't have to wear – I could wear like a polo or
but it was the Ken's 5 embroidered one, right?
Yeah, something like that. So, it was they lightened up, and now I see these anchors that don't wear ties, and
it's kind of weird when you see Don Harris without a tie. Come on, Don, we expect more.
No. Don Harris without a tie,
custom made shirts.
Story of 10. Speaking of that, when we come back, George Pickens called the MVP by one writer. Or MVC, I should say, which stands for Most Valuable Camper.
You had a blue ribbon with that?
I guess, or is there a bonus in your contract for that? I'm not sure. But Pickens has a warning for the rest of the league when we come back here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Speaking of golf and everything that we talk about with golf, you can wear shorts out at the Golf Club of Texas. In fact, they encourage it out there. It's just fine. If you want to wear slacks, they have no problem with that either. Just all they require is that you have a good time. That's exactly what they require. So whatever you're wearing, as long as it's presentable, you got to be presentable to go out to the Golf Club of Texas, because while it's not a private club, it's got that country club feel to it. And when you look at the golf course, the improvements that they've made out there, absolutely second to none. It is a fantastic place to go and have a good time. The golf course is a challenging golf course, but it's fair. It's a lot of fun to play, without a doubt. And then you talk about the Tin Cup Bar and Grill, which is a spectacular place to start your golf day and to end your golf day. You go out there and have a drink or some food or whatever you want. They have a full bar. They've got a great beer selection out there, so you can have one inside and then take a whole bunch out with you on the golf course. It is an absolutely fantastic place. And if you don't have time to go play golf, because they are open 7 days a week, you don't have to play on the weekend. If you're off on a Monday or Tuesday, get on out there. You can play golf 7 days a week, open to the public 7 days a week. If you can't play golf, you don't have time for a full round, but you want to work on your game, guess what? Golf Club of Texas has a driving range with lights. All right, and it's open till 11 o'clock at night. So you want to go out there after dinner, after work, whatever the case may be, go on out there and work on your game. Because, look, the bar is open till 11 o'clock as well, and they serve food until 9 o'clock. So all your problems are solved. It is a great place. The Golf Club of Texas, a fantastic place. Take the family out there. It's right there off Briggs Ranch Road off Highway 90. Whether it's dinner at the Tin Cup or around with your buddies, your next tournament, how about that? Go check them out. Best rates always online at golfclubtexas.com. The Golf Club of Texas is the friendliest golf course in Texas.
Baseball's heating up. Football's coming back. And if you love sports, this is the best time of the year. 94.1, San Antonio's Sports Star.
It's closing weekend at Retama Park. Get to Retama Park this weekend for the last live quarter horse racing weekend until 2027 with thrilling racing, cold drinks, and fun for the whole family. On Sunday, don't miss the fan favorite Winnie Dog races. Watch the Speedy Pups race down the track or enter your own pup for a chance at glory. Get your tickets and register your dog today at ticketsretamapark.com. Retama Park, closing weekend. Be there.
Football season is almost here, and just in time for kickoff, the new Roo Pub will be open in New Braunfels, in Creekside near the Buc-ee's. You know the Roo Pub has proven to be the best place to watch any big game, any big event, and the New Braunfels location will be no different. Heading to the coast, check out the Roo Pub in Rockport, and of course the OG Roo Pub at 281 in Redland Road is the perfect place for your fantasy draft. Roo Pub number 3, opening soon in New Braunfels. We'll see you at the Roo.
Shop the Sherwin-Williams sale and get 30% off Duration, Super Deck, and Woodscapes products August 14th through the 24th. Whether you're refreshing your interior or exterior, we've got the colors to bring your vision to life. And with delivery, getting everything to your door is easier than ever. Shop online to have it delivered or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details. Delivery available on qualifying orders.
It's a really big deal at JCPenney. This weekend only, buy 2 get 2 free underwear, socks, and bras. Mix, match, and stock up on everyday essentials for the family. Yes, JCPenney. Valid 8/21 through 8/23. Exclusions apply. See stores or jcp.com for details.
It's a Yingling thing. Working a long day in your home office, pretending the kitchen counter is a standing desk, checking in with your dog like he's your supervisor, and rewarding yourself at 4:30 with a cold Flight by Yingling. Crisp, smooth, light on calories, but never on flavor. Because a heavy day of work deserves a premium light beer. And your supervisor said you earned it. It's a Yingling thing. Keep it light with Flight.
The Gomez Law Firm is the firm that San Antonio turns to for personal injury law. We have Jose from the Gomez Law Firm here with us. With over 1,200 5-star Google reviews, the Gomez Law Firm is proud of the winning record and results that are attached to these reviews.
We encourage people to go online and look at our review because we want to make sure that you feel comfortable choosing the right attorney. And we assure you, you go to Google and look up our reviews, you're going to be satisfied.
It's important to hire an attorney you can trust, and the reviews speak for themselves. The Gomez Law Firm has been San Antonio's trusted provider of personal injury law since 1973.
There are not a lot of businesses that stick around for even 50 years, let alone personal injury law firms.
The Gomez Law Firm continues to fight for our San Antonio community, and the results matter. If you've been injured in an accident or hit by a company vehicle, then contact them today at joegomezlaw.com. That's joegomezlaw.com.
And remember, Gomez Law fights.
AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson in the morning.
Oh, I saw one girl so big, I thought she was wearing a shirt that said STL on the back. I thought it was like a St. Louis shirt. Okay. She was so big, and the shirt was so small, the C and the E from Castle were like stretched around to her shoulders.
Who's Assel? Assel? What number does Assel wear?
Assel?
Oh, that's Castle.
No, Castle.
Oh, C right here. You can't see it because my boob's folded over.
Yeah,
it looks like a comma.
It's stuffed under my armpit.
AJ and Rob, weekday mornings 6 to 10, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. This is
We're back. Some news out of the NBA. Former Spur DeMar DeRozan is signing a 1-year contract with the Denver Nuggets. Headed to Denver. I thought he was going somewhere else and had already signed, but apparently not.
No, so all the reports now, the Denver Nuggets.
Denver Nuggets, 1-year deal to go play in the Mile High City. I'm Joe Reinigle. He is Jason Minix. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Cowboys have wrapped things up out of Oxnard, California.
Yep, preseason game tomorrow night against Arizona. Then training camp continues at the Star in Frisco. And like for all of us, training camp's over. They'll remind you that, well, they still have 2 more weeks. But in reality, camp is over. And for a lot of guys, they got another week in the NFL. And then next Friday, the 28th, final preseason game. And then cuts will happen. And then while technically still training camp, it's on game prep for the New York Giants for the Dallas Cowboys. And you might have heard us mention this a time or 3 million. This has been a different offseason for the Dallas Cowboys. A drama-free offseason. And the one guy that we thought could be the center of a lot of attention, a lot of that drama, was George Pickens. The Cowboys were adamant. They weren't giving him a long-term deal. They were going to put him on the tag. So we thought, all right, well, this is going to go into the deadline at the tag, and he signed it early. In fact, it was draft night when it was announced that he was going to sign his tag, which all of us thought, all right, that means there's a big trade in the works.
Yep.
Nope. Trade never happened. And then it's like, all right, well, he signed his tag, but is he going to show up for stuff and actually work out? He has. It's crazy when you think about the way George Pickens has handled his tag situation compared to a lot of other players. And Dak Prescott said yesterday, not at all surprised with what he has seen from GP in camp.
He showed up and been George. Yeah, I can't say it surprised me just because that's what I've expected out of him from the moment he's been here, what he's shown us. Just what, like I said, going into training camp with, playing on the tag. The guy wants to play football and he wants to be around his teammates. And I think you just get a vision of that every day and what that looks like when he gets onto the field. He's able to just be George and bring the energy, make the catches, make the plays. Obviously, what he brings to this offense was showed last year. And so now it's about taking another step and not only – for him in his game, but how we're going to use him, how we're going to use him as decoys, how other people are going to complement, how him and CD go hand in hand, and they both can, you've got to set your game plan up for both of them. So he's done everything that we've asked, I've expected of him, and he's put himself in a great position here leaving Oxnard.
I think that's absolutely true, and if your quarterback's happy with you, then that says a lot.
Well, absolutely, and for George Pickens, he said yesterday, he's just a lot more comfortable this year.
Yeah, I definitely, that's a good question. I definitely say that, yeah. Last year I was learning, like I said, I was learning the plays while trying to learn some of the guys. I was learning so much to where I was making plays, but now I'm playing even faster.
Yeah, speak to that comfort. You seem like you just have more comfort being with the team, being with the guys, being with the quarterback, being with the offense. Just the comfort level.
Definitely, like he said, definitely knowing the plays and being here for a whole nother year from the start. So definitely, just like you say, knowing the guys. We got a lot of new guys too on defense, but just getting that minutia of already being here for a year, it definitely helped me.
Yeah, and you can see that coming into the new system and the second year in that system. I think he's in pretty good shape, and I expect a lot out of him. I think because if the defense is any better and that running game takes off, Cowboys may not have to throw as much as they have in the past.
No, and that's part of it. I remember talking to a friend, like Dak doesn't need 5,000 yards, doesn't need 4,000 yards. And with this defense and a run game, but you do have those 2 great wide receivers. And if you were watching the Texans game last night, very early in the broadcast, Joe Buck and Troy Aikman talking about year 2 in the system for CJ with Nick Haley. Well, it's year 2 in the system of Brian Schottenheimer for Dak and CD and George Pickens. And Pickens said the league needs to be on notice.
Yeah, I feel like for other teams, I think what it was when we played the Saints the other day, I kind of noticed that myself, just knowing that I'm getting way more double. Like last year I was getting a lot of double team, but now it's like first play double. You see what I mean? Because they don't want to really truly take a chance. But like you said, definitely competing and putting the league on notice.
Put the league on notice.
Well, look, and I guess Pickens and his representatives and everybody have come to the realization, like, look, you're going to make a lot of money this year. And if you have another year like you had last year, somebody's going to give you that big contract you're looking for, whether it's the Dallas Cowboys or another team. And they will. And I think seeing him drama-free, being the best camper there is this year, according to Nick Harris, that all bodes well for him. It bodes well for him with Jerry Jones and every other owner in the league and every other GM and manager and coach in the league. So good for George Pickens, and we'll see what kind of year he has.
You know, Nick Harris from the Fort Worth Star-Telegram tweeted out, and got a great article, when the offseason began, I'll be the first to admit that I expected George Pickens' contract drama. George Pickens leaves as my most valuable camper.
Yes. Isn't that nice? Sure, there were a lot of 5-year-olds voted most valuable camper this year.
Oh, stop.
I'm just saying, I'm sure there were. The hell is that? Now, Nick Harris is a nice guy, though.
Well, he
He's
is.
just trying to be creative.
Well, he's got to create a lot of content.
He does.
I mean, would you have put money at the beginning of training camp that your most valuable camper would be George Pickens?
I'm not sure that my most valuable camper would be George Pickens.
Who would your most valuable camper
be? You know, if I
be?
had to think really quickly here, I would have to pick. Wow, that's tough. I'd have to think about it a little bit. It would. I'm not sure it'd be George Pickens. He'd be in maybe the top 5.
Well, I mean,
that's a good question.
Again, I mean, because even like Jerry Jones was asked who has stood out to him.
Well, I like our receiving group, and I think they've earned it and they've worked. I like our quarterbacks. And I really like what we're doing with, frankly, in our secondary. I think you're seeing the benefit, or you're seeing the results of good communication out there, and you're seeing players that are actually playing at a level that they can attain because of good communication. They're not worried about as much if they're making a mistake or where they are. They've got a good feel for it. And that's the point. That's what they're trying to do. So I see the effect of what we're trying to do on defense relative to communication. And then I obviously really like the players and their individual abilities to execute.
That was a pretty politically correct answer.
It was.
It really was. But that's okay.
But
it's been different, that's for sure.
But when you think about guys that have really stood out, and I know Brian Schottenheimer went through a laundry list the other day, and there are guys that are having really good camps, guys that you would expect to have really good camps, and then you get like the Camden Browns of the world, undrafted guys that are likely to end up making this football team. And with all the negativity about Jonathan Mingo, he's had a really good camp as well, by all accounts. And with what we've seen in the one preseason game, what Mingo did on special teams is certainly noteworthy. Terrence Steele, he's not in the running for most valuable camper. But you think about the talk about Tyler Guyton at the beginning of camp, nobody's talking left tackle anymore. Now the concern seems to have shifted over to right tackle. So did Tyler Guyton have the kind of camp that Brian Schottenheimer and Clayton Adams were hoping that he would have? So they're very comfortable at left tackle, but there seems to, in the last week, be a lot more concern about Terrence Steele on the right side.
Yes.
I mean, definitely a big yes. You know, I mean, I know he's a rookie. He hasn't done anything. But when you see 13 out there, Caleb Downs, watching him practice, that dude looks like the real deal.
He does.
I want to see it in a game.
He's a rookie. He's going to make mistakes.
Yep.
But it looks like he is the real deal. And obviously the Cowboys are thrilled that they've got him here. I mean, every jersey in the merchandise tent the other day was number 13.
Siobhan Revelle looked like he was
Another
having a
guy.
really good camp, although you look up and depth chart, not starting. So it is, and Overshown looks really good. And again, we expect Overshown to look really good, and he always looks really good when he's healthy. Can he stay healthy for 15 games? I don't even want to be greedy and say play all 17. Obviously, we weren't out there with Von Miller. Quentin Williams looks like every bit of the real deal. Just watching that front, and we know, it's weird when you're watching practice. Like, man, dude, the Cowboys can't run the ball. Well, that's a good sign for the Cowboys defense. Not a good sign for the Cowboys offense. But how do you take that? But then you look up and go, all right, well, I mean, that defensive line, they finally have said, you know what we got to do? We got to stop the run. And Jerry made the investment to go out and find those war daddies, as he likes to call them, that can stop the run.
Well, and I think they've done that. And I think you're going to see a defensive line that is much better at stopping the run. With Von Miller there, depending on how much he plays, that's going to be interesting to watch too. You've got a pass rusher who can still get the job done. Rashawn Gary, again, I'm anxious to see this guy compete because he really hasn't lived up to expectations when he was with Green Bay. Does that change now that he's with the Dallas Cowboys? The Cowboys certainly hope so. Donovan Ezeraku, if he can keep his emotions in check, I think he's going to be one hell of a pass rusher, one hell of a player for the Cowboys. He's just got to keep his emotions in check. He's a guy that I was just really impressed with him, Jason. To be totally honest with you, when we'd sat down and talked with him and the things that he had to say, the chip that he has on his shoulder, I'm really impressed with him, and I'm anxious to see him play when the football is real. On paper, the Cowboys look much improved. They do.
And you root for a guy like Ezeraku.
Yes.
If
he can keep his head out of his behind, yes.
Well, and I root for a guy like Sam Williams. I like Sam Williams.
He's going to get cut.
But he might get cut. Miroslav, I had high expectations for, but when you look at Ezeraku coming in and coming on and his expectation, his jump in year two, and now you've added Von Miller, you do wonder if a guy like Sam Williams is long for this team or a Miroslav. Especially when you look at the depth chart and where those guys are. And it's because the Cowboys brought in better players that pushed them down. Guys that were getting a lot of playing time last year, and now all of a sudden you go, that guy might not make the team.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think Williams has had his opportunities, and he just has not been able to come through and play like the Cowboys thought he could play. And I'll be surprised if he makes the 52. If he stays on the practice squad, does somebody scoop him up from there or not? But I'll be surprised if he makes the 52. It's going to be interesting to see. We got a lot to do and a lot to talk about, and so do the Borene Little Leaguers. They're down 4-2 in the bottom half of the fifth. Looks like they have runners on first and third as we speak right now with nobody out. So that's a good sign. Maybe a little rally time for those Borene Little Leaguers. There's a base hit right there, so that's going to score a run and make it a 4-3 ball game. So Borene not dead yet. They are coming back and trying to get it done. We will keep you updated on what's going on there with the Little League World Series and the Borene Little Leaguers when we return here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. The Houston Texans worked out 3 wide receivers today: Sterling Shepard, Zay Jones, and Josh Reynolds from San Antonio. Aaron Wilson is reporting they are signing Jones. There's another report that says they're going to sign Sterling Shepard as well. We will keep you updated. The Dallas Cowboys, well, they've got a preseason game tomorrow night in Arizona. It's a game you can listen to right here on 94.1 at 8 o'clock.
SportsCenter is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
From the studios of San Antonio's Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Blitz. 2 decades on the radio, Jason Minix. 2 decades on TV, Joe Reinagle. 2 San Antonio sports voices you've trusted for years. This is The Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
It's Friday, everybody. 4 o'clock. A little after 4 o'clock on a Friday. Happy you're here. Happy you're joining us here on The Blitz, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm happy it's Friday. Minix is happy it's Friday. By the way, that is Jason Minix.
Hola.
I'm Joe Reinagle. Edwin's here filling in for Pledge today. He's happy it's Friday.
Oh, he called in sick because the Texans lost last night.
Pledge. Come on, dude.
Come on.
Get used to it.
A preseason game.
Get used to it.
What an embarrassing way to lose a game, though.
What was it, a little over a minute?
17-0 at one point. You punt them down to the 4-yard line, $1:23.
No timeouts.
And the Raiders march right down the field and score a touchdown to win. That's disgusting.
Wow.
I don't care if it's preseason. You can't lose a game like that. And the fact that Joe Buck with the joke of the night. Well, this isn't the largest comeback in this stadium. The Super Bowl had an ending like that not long ago. It's funny.
Yeah, it is funny. Yeah, Joe Buck and Troy Aikman, it was good to hear them last night. And I wonder how they feel about doing preseason games like that. I mean, in all honesty. Now, you did have some excitement. I mean, C.J. Stroud played a series. He looked good, driving the Texans down on the opening drive, scoring a touchdown. They get another touchdown after, Fernando Mendoza throws a pick six.
There was some excitement, but I mean, they need preseason games too. They need preseason reps.
Those 2 guys don't need any. They're like Dak Prescott. You sit them on the sidelines. They're ready to go.
They've got, it's interesting. They don't tap in backup broadcasters in the second quarter. All right, you got your 2 series in. Let's go. The camera guys need that practice. Laura Rutledge on the sideline asking the questions, and Fernando Mendoza with the Mr. Buck references because he needs the attention. I mean, all of it is there.
That was funny.
All good stuff.
That was funny. I watched those games last night because I was anxious, number one, to see C.J. Stroud. I wanted to see what he looked like, and he looked good. It's a preseason game. We'll wait and see. But Fernando Mendoza, he's the guy that I really want to watch, and I think a lot of people do. And that pick six obviously was a big time rookie mistake. It was a badly thrown ball. They just weren't on the same page. But the blame squarely lies on Mendoza in my mind. He throws the pick six. Max Crosby, you talk about a teammate and a good one, comes up to him right away and says, "Shake it off, young man. It's going to happen."
Yep. No, and that was I mean. And again, CJ and the offense looked good. They didn't have to play Max Crosby. But just from a confidence level, I think for Texans fans, seeing CJ make good decisions with the football, not turn it over, efficient, go down, score touchdowns, and hope for your running game because, Woody looked great last night, and, Montgomery didn't play, but you know what he's going to be able to do. I think all the expectations for Houston, as high as they are, they're well-deserved. But the big question mark is on the quarterback, and all you can go with is the last thing you saw on tape. Well, the last thing we had seen on tape was that meltdown against the Patriots, and now you have this. So while it's not regular season, he hasn't forgotten how to play football. So you go from there. Little League World Series, Borene is down 4-3. And it's been rough, but they've controlled the bleeding, and they're chipping away back into this thing. So hopefully, and we'll keep you posted, but it's cool to see, these Borene kids playing on ESPN right now, coming back in the game. Good, strong throw there to get a runner out at first, a third baseman on that hot corner getting it done. But the attention they're getting, like how cool for these kids to see the San Antonio Spurs put out on social media words of encouragement from the players.
Borene, Texas, back in the Little League World Series. Congratulations, fellas.
Congratulations on making it to the World Series. I'm so proud of you guys.
Just wanted to wish y'all best of luck. We'll be watching back here.
Very proud of you guys and one of many fans that are rooting you guys on. Excited to watch you this week. Go kick some butt. Let's go.
Rumor has it, Carter Bryant might be eligible for a little pinch hitting if necessary. I think he's got a couple of years left. So, you know who to call if you need any help. Best of luck, guys. We'll be rooting for you. Go get it.
Go Spurs, go. And remember, anything is possible. Go chase greatness.
Keldon Johnson with the words of encouragement. I love it. Anything is possible. The Spurs know that firsthand. Nobody expected them to do what they did last year, but they did it. So anything is possible. Just got to get over the hump next time. They will. Same with Borene. 4-3, they're right in this thing and have an opportunity to still pull out the dub. This pitcher they've got on the mound is he looks like he's well in control.
Yeah, he's throwing some stuff that looked. Oh, that one was high, but
he went around though.
That was
How
about
about
a strike.
that?
Oh, nasty.
Uh-huh.
And not only the Spurs, UTSA encouraging the Borene Little Leaguers.
Best of luck to Borene Little League baseball team. Hope you come home winning that World Series. Congratulations. God bless. Birds up.
Borene Little League baseball team in the World Series. The whole series behind you. We're rooting for you. Birds up.
Congrats to the Borene Little League baseball team. You know I was rooting for you. Birds up.
Birds up. Let's go. Let's go. The Borene Little League baseball. We wish you the best of luck. Birds up.
I love that. Jeff Traylor, I wonder if he says it to his wife. Honey, I got to go to work today. God bless and birds up.
Uh-huh. There's a time and a place to say that.
Well, just saying. I mean, that's his tagline, if you will. And so I just wonder if that's everywhere. Yeah. Got to take the dog out for a walk. God bless and birds up.
Love you, honey. God bless, birds up.
Yeah. Love it.
Mm-hmm. The Houston Texans, in some breaking news, are signing veteran wide receivers Sterling Shepard and Zay Jones.
Mm-hmm. Only guy that didn't make the cut there is Josh Reynolds, because they worked him out too. There were three of them. Those two you mentioned, and Josh Reynolds, and unfortunately Reynolds, not one of the ones they're going to sign.
No, with Higgins out with that torn ACL, and the fact that they brought in a bunch of wide receivers for workouts, I still wonder if Nick Caserio doesn't make a trade before all the cuts are made, if there's somebody out there that he really wants.
Well, that's true, but look, these two guys are, I think, adequate, can fill in, and do, at least gives the Texans some depth, which they desperately needed, because they don't know what's going to happen with Tank Dell, when he's going to come back. Nico Collins obviously is the guy there; he's the number one, but these guys are adequate, and I think it will be okay. We'll see what Nick Caserio decides to do. That's for sure. Whether he goes out, because look, as GMs go, if he wants somebody, he goes and gets them.
Yep,
and that's what he does. So we will see what happens. But the Texans have a couple of wide receivers that they desperately needed, depth-wise, on their roster as they move on and get closer to the beginning of the season. This whole NCAA thing where you can go pro and then come back to the NCAA if you want to, and maybe go back and come back. And some judge in Louisiana said that was okay. Well, thank goodness another court stepped in and stopped the madness. We'll tell you what happened when we continue here on The Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Stars Fall Golf Classic is back. Round up your foursome, your work crew, your work day golf buddies, and get ready for a fun, laid-back day at Silverhorn Golf Club, Monday, September 21st. Lock in a team for just $500 for a foursome, or jump in solo for $150 a player. The Fall Golf Classic benefits First Tee Charity, so you're having a great time for a great cause. San Antonio Sports Star Fall Golf Classic, presented by the Law Office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, and in part by Flight by Yingling and PPL Motorhomes. Grab your spot now at sasportstar.com.
If you or someone you love is struggling with alcohol or drug use, you do not have to carry it alone. I'm Peter McCarthy of the San Antonio Council on Alcohol and Drug Awareness, known as Cicada. We help people take the next step with compassion, privacy, and no judgment. You do not need all the answers, just a safe place to start. And 90% of our services are provided at no cost. Call Cicada at 210-225-4741. That's 210-225-4741. Or visit cicada.org.
Still using the I got a guy approach for your digital marketing? Relying on one person in today's rapidly shifting online landscape is costing you more in lost opportunities. You need the deep bench expertise of Conrex Digital. We provide more than just a presence. We deliver results. From high converting websites and SEO to engaging social content and lead generation on Google and Meta, we handle it all. Dominate your competition with expert programmatic and streaming TV campaigns. Bold marketing, real results. Visit conrexdigital.com. Conrex Digital makes it happen.
We expect our information in real time. US Med carries continuous glucose monitors, which provide real-time readings of blood glucose levels. US Med is an approved provider for Medicare and over 500 private insurers. So call 888-665-0696 today for a free insurance and Medicare benefits check as easy as... That's 888-665-0696.
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. It's like needing a lawyer, but getting some guy who just watches courtroom dramas.
How does the defendant plead?
Guilty. Wait, what? Also, objection.
You object to what?
Erroneous.
Counsel, approach the bench.
Hey, can I get a whack at the gavel?
You wouldn't settle for just any lawyer, so don't settle for just any insurance. Get the real deal with State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
For the ones who get it done, Grainger offers the professional-grade products you need to get the job done. With fast delivery you can depend on and access to technical product experts ready to help you meet any challenge. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by.
I'm David Ortiz. When I lost my mom, she was only 46, and I lost my dad to cancer. It was the worst pain I ever felt. It made me think, what will happen with the people I love when my time is up? That's why I have life insurance. Ethos makes it easy. It's all online, take about 10 minutes, and you can get up to $3 million in coverage.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game. Paid testimonial. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
The IRS finally caught up with Louie.
I hadn't paid my taxes in 8 years. I owe the IRS a lot of money.
Louie was in deep trouble.
We're going to take your house, put a lien on your bank account, garnish your pay. They don't care. They're going to take your paycheck.
Louie found out about Optima Tax Relief, the leading tax resolution firm. A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, they've resolved over $3 billion for their clients.
Optima Tax, they help me, they calm me down, they make me feel comfortable, and I trust them.
Louie has a lot to be thankful for.
I don't owe the IRS anymore, and I'm able to live a comfortable life, a lot better life. It was because of Optima Tax.
For tax help you can trust, call Optima now for a free consultation. Take it from Louie.
If you owe the IRS, don't go it alone. Give Optima Tax a call. They can help you.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. Optima Tax Relief. Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson in the morning.
Oh, my goodness. I'm behind the scenes. So was that a fly?
Well, it was some sort of buzz.
Bzzz.
I mean, Casey Musgraves.
That's who this is.
Yeah. She's in her horny era, that's for sure.
Well, or her dry era, one of the two.
Well, this song is called Mexico Honey. Did you see the video for this thing?
I have not.
You should watch it.
Is this a picture of it here where she's with the shopping cart?
I have no idea, dude. I have no idea. But Casey Musgraves has come out with a product called Drought Drops.
Uh-huh.
So that you don't have to deal with any dry spells, if you know what I mean.
No, Jason, what do you mean?
It's
I don't know what you mean.
These Drought Drops are packaged in an eggplant-colored bottle.
Eggplant.
Uh-huh.
Does it come with one?
I don't know if vegetables are included.
Okay.
The product promises to, quote, keep the dry spells away and the good times coming.
I don't know how old Casey Musgraves
38.
is. Okay, well.
It says it right there in the article.
Oh, it does? I haven't gotten to it, I guess.
You got to get past the picture first.
Well, the picture's all right. I guess that's necessary, and if it is, well then, yeah, we all need something, I guess, at times.
The article says Musgraves has been leaning fully into her unabashedly horny era, from sitting on a washing machine at the ACM Awards in May to going naked in her video for Mexico Honey.
Wow. Casey, good job.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, why not? I wonder if, does it say, is she married?
I have no idea, but you are.
Well, no, I am. I'm not interested in Casey Musgraves. I'm just saying, I wonder if, that may be like a bat signal out to all the single dudes.
Mm-hmm.
Not only am I horny, I'm slippery.
She, apparently today is her 38th birthday. She's kicking off a new tour tonight in Chicago.
Huh. All right. Well,
Drought Drops.
Fellas?
Now available at the Megaplex.
And I wonder where you do buy that. You buy it on Amazon?
I don't know. I mean, there's a link to the website. It's actually sold out, according to this article.
It's sold out? Well,
according to this article. New shipment coming soon.
I don't want to make fun or whatever. I mean, this may be a serious problem for some ladies. And if this helps, that's great. Congratulations.
That's good for you guys.
The fact that Musgraves is, putting this out there, though, and admitting that she's sitting on washing machines and stuff. Hey, props to her. I mean, she's not afraid to. It's kind of like the dude with the smallest penis. You got to put it out there for people to know.
That's it. Well, she's trying to sell product. She says, you know what, there's a problem, and I've got the fix. It's Drought Drops. I wonder if she'll write the jingle for it.
Wonder what kind of jingle that would be. My goodness. There's all kinds of options there.
Well, what option would you take?
Well, I don't know. I mean, it's like, it'd be a good country song. Sitting here having a beer. Like that fella over there. But I just need to go lube up.
Drought Drops.
Drought Drops.
Man, I tell you what, Bernie has had opportunities here in this inning. These 12-year-old boys need to get this win and go to the slip and slide there at the fun part of the complex. They've had bases loaded and back-to-back guys thrown out at home.
Yeah, the bases are still loaded, but they got 2 outs.
Yep.
So somebody needs to come through with a big hit here.
Yep, they do. They do. Now, a judge has come up with a big hit in this ridiculous story in college athletics. Legal victory for the NCAA today. Rare to read a sentence like that. A federal appeals court has temporarily halted a court order that would have granted thousands of athletes who left college an extra year of eligibility. Now, this is a federal ruling, according to Pete Thamel, so there's no longer a blanket ruling on class of 2022 fourth-year players to have a fifth year. But this does not impact all those state rulings on fifth years. So players who did go back to school based on that Colorado ruling now need to go get a local state ruling if they want to stay eligible. Time is short on those state rulings, so they'd need to move fast on a TRO to stay eligible. The plaintiffs in the one case can file a petition for reconsideration of the stay, but that's unlikely. Calendar, according to Pete Thamel here, favors the NCAA, as this is expected to hold for this season.
Interesting. Wow.
It's so dumb.
It really is dumb. I mean, come on. If you go to the pros, then you go to the pros. I mean, it needs to be the way that it was. Right? You go to the pros, that's it. You're done with college sports. Letting them go back is ridiculous.
Bernie had the bases loaded. 2 guys thrown out at home. And they don't get it done. They lose to Washington 4-3.
Wow. Boy, that's a tough loss.
A little late on that, Edwin. Generally, the sounder comes before the breaking news.
Well, he wasn't sure where you were going, I'm sure. Maybe he was. I don't know. Better luck next time, Edwin. That sucks for them because they had every opportunity in the world, and just a bad start to get things going. Obviously, it is a double elimination tournament, is it
sure.
not? Yes.
I believe so.
So they're still not done completely. I wonder if those drought drops work with the green sex toy that was thrown at the WNBA game last night. I'm just trying to say.
What are you trying to figure out?
I mean, there's got to be a bundle.
A bundle?
Going here.
You think?
I don't know. I just saw the headline.
You saw what headline?
The green dildo thrown on the court at the Dream Sparks game.
Yeah, but there was, no drought drops included in that. But I would imagine if you're dealing with dryness, whether you're with somebody else or yourself, it all probably factors in.
I'm sure that it does.
And I don't even know if I could read this text that Carl from Bjorn's just sent me. I'm not sure what that means.
Well, we need to know.
Something about Benoit balls.
Ben what? Benoit balls?
I have no idea. I'm afraid to Google that too.
Benoit balls. Is that a porn guy or?
I don't know.
Huh.
I don't know.
It's Friday, y'all. Oh, yes, it is Friday. Happy about that, but it gets kind of crazy in here when Fridays roll around.
What are
wall balls?
Benoit. Oh, look. You Google this. Let's see. What are Benoit balls? What are Benoits used for? What are they and how do they work? I mean, there's all kinds of things that Google's going to tell you.
Well,
no.
Did it?
Small weighted spheres inserted into, they provide internal sensory stimulation for sexual pleasure and other subtle physical resistance.
Wait a minute. So this is to help you. Is this like an alternative to drought drops?
Well, ladies insert them.
Well, you never know these days.
I mean, now, look, the photo here, you throw these on the court, somebody's going to get hurt. You don't want to Google it?
I'm not sure. I'm just seeing here on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page, booty balls.
Wow.
Well, interesting stuff today. We're learning things. Drought drops.
Although, in the
green monsters
in
and
the
wall balls.
Spirit of, I don't think they're generally used for this. I wouldn't think so. But bladder support. Stronger pelvic muscles can improve core stability and bladder control.
Is it like a weight for your
It
your
looks
pelvis?
like it, yes.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if it's
You insert those
Yeah.
and do crunches.
Rolling weights create gentle motion and arousal.
Wow.
During movement or foreplay.
So then you have to take them out before you
Well,
go for the
obviously.
real stuff.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. We learn things every day here. What the hell?
Do you just roll the girl around
I don't know.
let those wall
I've known
balls
about
work,
these
lady?
as long as you have, Ryan. We're
Come
the
on,
last
darling.
ones that should be discussing this right now on the radio.
If anybody has experience with these things, let us know. San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page. Go there, like, subscribe, and and you can comment.
What are you guys doing over there at Bjorn's?
Obviously, they're not selling TVs right now. Obviously,
I wonder if they've got us on YouTube all over the store in Bjorn's.
not anymore. Mommy, what is that?
Well, it's not like we've got photos of that.
Well, no, but
are we talking about it all throughout the store there?
I hope so. We should be.
We should be.
Yeah. Huh. Well, interesting stuff. I tell you what. Let's.
Well, you need a cigarette. I mean, you need a break.
Yeah.
Get your drought drops.
Those wall balls are working.
Benoit balls.
Benoit.
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 You go home and ask your wife if she knows about them.
Is that a Chinese restaurant?
No. You know, that's the key for us guys. You go home and you just mention this and see if your wife's aware of this.
Well, and if she is, you're going, well, wow, honey.
Exactly.
Who knew?
Exactly.
I thought it was
she
me.
Did.
Yeah.
She knows.
How do you bring that up over dinner?
You just
by the
ask.
way, honey, what are Benoit balls?
Yeah, you know, this weird topic came up. I don't know what they are. Benoit balls, and see how she reacts.
And who the hell's Benoit?
How did he get the name?
How did he come into the picture?
What an interesting name.
Yes.
Because, I mean, yeah.
Wow. I'm so happy it's Friday.
Apparently, Bjorn's closed at 4, so he's just driving home.
Oh.
How does Bjorn's close
They
at
don't
4 on
close
a
at 4.
Friday? Well,
Maybe he just got off at 4.
He said we closed at 4.
Oh.
Hell, and I was going to go buy a TV tonight. You lost out, Carl.
Yeah, sure you were.
No, I wasn't. I wasn't.
Well, yes, you know, if Benoit balls are not enough to make you laugh, maybe the Bang Bang comedy tour is enough. We could have Benoit balls and Bang Bang.
Does she have the Benoit balls at the comedy Bang Bang?
Well, I don't know if you hear somebody moaning.
Well,
maybe
stop.
that's it. I don't know, but if you would like to go, Benoit balls or not, that's up to you. You want to go to the Comedy Bang Bang, the podcast live at the Aztec Theater? We got tickets for you. We are going to make that happen. It's happening September 10th at the Aztec Theater. Well, it's just your chance to laugh. If you don't win the tickets, you can always buy them at livenation.com. Caller number what, Minix?
17.
Hey, welcome to the show, Edwin. Caller number 17 at 656-3776, 656-ESPN. You are going to win a couple of tickets to go see Comedy Bang Bang, courtesy of us right here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You know, I was talking to Chip Ingram earlier today. The Rue Pub in New Braunfels should be open just around Labor Day. But, you know, that first kickoff, that Thursday night game, that's the target for the NFL opening, and it's going to be fantastic. He tells me, excuse me, I get choked up thinking about Rue Pub number 3. Of course, if you're heading down to the coast this weekend, hit up the Rue Pub in Rockport, and of course the OG at 281 and Redland Road. Great place to go watch tonight's preseason games. The Cowboys tomorrow night, big fight tomorrow night with those 3 massive 170-inch screens, TVs all around. And when you go to the Rue Pub, go hungry. You know, the food is fantastic. They have the biggest and best wings in town, about 15 different burgers on the menu. Great hot dogs. I love their fried shrimp over there. Great appetizers, great salads, I'm told. And that kitchen is open late every day with the full menu available. So when you need a late night meal, don't go to a drive-thru. Get into the Roo Pub there at 281 and Redland Road. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and certainly the best place to watch a game. Just down from the big blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. The Roo Pub, 281 and Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
The Cowboys are back on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Tomorrow, the Cowboys take on the Cardinals.
At the ball! Touchdown to Pickens!
Pre-game at 8 and kickoff at 9.
Somersault to the goal line! Touchdown, touchdown!
Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds and the Davis Law Firm. San Antonio's home for Dallas Cowboys football.
Touchdown, Cowboys!
94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Hi, I am Officer Sarai Walton with the San Antonio Police Department. SAPD is always hiring, and you can apply online if you think you have what it takes to become part of the SAPD family. Submit your application at sapdcareers.com. Once you submit your application, you will be contacted to begin the process. The San Antonio Police Department is always hiring. Start your journey to a rewarding career by applying online at sapdcareers.com. That is sapdcareers.com.
Life is meant to be lived in motion, in the moment, on the go. If a sports injury or chronic pain threatens to slow you down, hold you back, or take you out of the game, Christus Health is here, right where you live, with complete personalized orthopedic care. Because you have a lot of games to play, miles to go, and life to live. Christus Health, your life, our purpose. Find care near you at christushealth.org.
You know, life is too short to drive the same car every day. A Pascucci Prestige membership gives you access to an incredible collection of exotic and luxury vehicles whenever you want to change things up. Learn more at PascucciPrestige.com.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems that can keep you up at night, like snoring, aches and pains, or sleeping hot. Our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. And now, save up to $1,400 on Tempur-Pedic Split King sleep systems. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
T-Mobile is launching something no other wireless network offers. Introducing Nothing. Pay nothing today and walk out of the store with a new phone.
What did he say?
Nothing.
You definitely said something about nothing.
Exactly. Go to T-Mobile, pay nothing up front, and leave with a new phone.
Wait, nothing rules.
She gets it.
Hey, thanks for nothing.
For the first time ever, switch to T-Mobile, pay nothing. No taxes, no fees, no money down. And walk out with a new phone. There are 250 reasons to choose T-Mobile, and now nothing is holding you back.
On eligible devices with qualifying credit plan and 36-month finance agreement.
Download to see if you qualify. Not all customers will qualify. Transfer fees may apply. No Albert subscription required. Albert is not a bank. Albert loans are issued by FinWise Bank, member FDIC. Not an actual client. Terms apply.
Hey, Albert, can you help us plan and budget for a bathroom renovation?
I certainly can. Let me review your finances.
Who are you talking to?
Albert, my AI financial assistant that I can access right in the app. It automates all things finance, moves money, pays bills, creates personalized alerts, finds savings, and so much more.
Your bathroom renovation financial plan is ready. I found cash you can put aside, and to cover the rest, Albert can get you up to $10,000 fast.
Can you find contractors nearby within our budget?
Here's a list of contractors. Would you like help requesting a $10,000 loan for your bathroom renovation?
Yes! Download the Albert app and use promo code CLEAR to access Genius. Plus, get up to $10,000 for whatever you need. Just download the Albert app.
Back here on the Blitz, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star on a Friday. Happy to have you along on a Friday. Happy it is Friday. The weekend is here. Hope everybody got big plans, whether you're doing something or whether you're just chilling out at the house on the weekend, which sometimes can be pretty good to do.
You know, what's interesting is I was talking to Rob Thompson earlier, and he was like, I don't think I'm getting off the couch this weekend. because it's too hot to even go get in the pool. The pool water's heated up too much because it's so hot. So I was like, dude, go to the Toadies tomorrow night. I'm going to see the Toadies at Josabi's. Because he was like, what are you guys doing? Because he's like, I don't know. And he's like, but it's hot. I don't know if I'm going to do anything.
It's hot.
Too hot to go do anything.
Too hot.
I might not leave the house. Just binge watch some TV.
So he's not going to the Toadies, I guess.
I got well, let me talk to Kel about it, which means he ain't going to the Toadies.
He ain't going.
No. I'd be surprised.
Well, what time do they start?
8 o'clock is when the show starts.
That'll be fine.
And there's an opener. So I'm going to guess Toadies goes on at 9, says doors at 6.
Now, Wasabi, is that outdoors?
I've never been to Josabi's.
I've been there. I never to a show, but for whatever reason, I was there. I can't remember what it is. I want to say it's outside, but I don't know that for a fact.
Well, I can Google image.
You can do that.
Well, that's a building. I can't tell if it's inside or.
Yeah, I'm not sure that it is. It may not be, but
Does
that seems like
know?
A cool place.
It does look like a cool place. So yeah, it looks like it's an outdoor show based on those. But it looks like a wedding venue. Looks like a venue for all kinds of events.
Well, yeah, I think you can do pretty much anything there.
Yeah.
So maybe that's why I was there with some event that they had there. I can't remember, but I remember being there. There you go. Justin saying it is outdoors. Greg says the same thing, outside. I thought so. I thought I remembered that it's outside. So, I mean, you forget Rob now, for sure.
Yeah, Rob will go. He'll be fine.
I mean, yeah.
You know, that'll be the deal is Joanna texts Kelly and say, hey, are you going? She'll say, Rob didn't tell me about it. Because, again, I've known Rob Thompson for a long time. But like most guys, if you really don't want to go, you don't mention it or remember to tell your wife, like, hey, so-and-so invited us to go do this. You don't want to go. You don't even ask because they might say yes, and then you have to go if you don't want to.
Right.
So,
well, true.
You know, it's when the wives all get together and start texting, and then things happen, right? That's how it works.
Yes.
But Rob's got a long list of TV shows he needs to finish before football.
Yeah?
Well, look, there are some really good shows out right now. I've been watching 3 really good shows. I finished Lucky, which is fantastic. Lucky is fantastic. 7 episodes, we're done with that. Westies is fantastic.
Lucky Westies.
No, they're 2 different shows.
Okay.
And if you watch Lioness, season 3 just dropped. And that's fantastic, but I've only watched 1 episode. Ted Lasso, episode 1, sucked. It feels like it's a money grab.
Could be.
Episode 2, a little bit better, but I don't know how anxious I am to finish Ted Lasso. I will finish Lioness, and I'm almost done with Westies.
I want to say that I thought it was, scrolling around the other day and thought Reacher. Have you ever seen Reacher?
Yeah, I've seen Reacher.
I think that's a new season that's out. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to find out because that's always pretty good. And that big dude is he's a bad A, if you know what I mean. So I don't know. But we really haven't been watching much of anything, to be honest with you.
Well, if you guys are looking for shows, Lucky is fantastic.
Lucky.
And Westies is really, really good. And Lioness, the first 2 seasons are great, so I'm expecting that season 3 is going to be just as good. And based on episode 1, it is. So if you guys are, if there's anything that you've been watching that we should all be watching, let us know, because that's the hard part in today's world. Right now, it's weird because this year with the Spurs run, and then we all got caught up in the World Cup, we haven't been desperate looking for shows. But also with football season about to start, depending on how things are at your house, she might tell you what you're watching on Tuesday and Wednesday because every other night's dedicated to football. So you got to make sure that those nights where she has the remote, you're all in on those shows. So you've got to have some suggestions ready to go.
Well, I mean, and this year they're going to start it on Wednesday.
Yeah.
So she's, the wives are even screwed on Wednesday to open up the season, which is kind of nice.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be weird on a Wednesday watching football, isn't it?
Dude, I don't give a damn what
Is that in Australia?
Yeah, I think that's why they're going on a Wednesday.
So technically it's on a Thursday in Australia.
Yeah, but it's Wednesday here.
It's Wednesday here.
So that's one less night where you have to figure out what you're going to watch on TV. But finding good shows is always a bit of a challenge. And it's, I don't want to say unusual, but to have 3 right now, because you're not just binging all of it and then you're done in 2 or 3 days and go, all right, what next? That's what's been great about having these 3 is you're able to just kind of roll through and go.
I can't wait till November when Landman comes back.
Absolutely.
That's going to be good.
Well, see, and I think Lioness is a Taylor Sheridan show.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so, I mean, if that gives you an idea of how good it is.
I just want to see if they're going to bring Jerry back for another performance.
They should.
Yeah, he was great.
They should.
He was great. Yeah, I heard he didn't have a script or anything. That was just off the top of his head.
That's what Jerry does.
Well, I'm telling you, man.
Talk about your family.
Wow.
And it's all true. To be able to deliver a line like that, the way he did in that episode of Landman, was remarkable. But it really wasn't acting because Jerry, that's what it really, that was as sincere as it gets for Jerry Jones.
I thought he was great, and everybody did. I heard Billy Bob Thornton saying he was great, and some of the other actors there. I saw that the girl, that she lives here, and she plays the son's new wife.
Uh-huh.
She lives here.
She is.
Apparently did some kind of charity event today or yesterday or something. I don't know. Well, good for her.
She's from here.
Yeah.
What are you laughing at?
She's from here.
And you can't remember her name, can you?
I don't remember her name at all. I wish I did. I'm sure she's listening. If she'd like to call in, and let us know, introduce herself.
You're sure she is listening?
Well, of course she is.
Uh-huh.
Who doesn't listen to this program in San Antonio?
That is a great question.
I'm just saying. So
You're talking about Paulina Chavez.
Chavez. Yes, that's her.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
She probably isn't listening, to be honest.
You don't think so? Well, somebody she knows.
But her manager, hanger-on, whatever you call them, is listening.
A lot of women listen to this program.
This is true.
So
that's how we learned about Benoit balls.
Well, it is. I thought that was courtesy of Bjorn's.
Well, it was.
My goodness. I'm just ready for football season to get here. And we do have football tonight. There's 3 games tonight, 3 preseason games. I don't know if anybody gives a damn. And I'll be honest with you, it's just a couple of players you want to see and you want to watch. But watching last night, I was into it because I wanted to see C.J. Stroud and I wanted to see Mendoza play. C.J., just that one drive, but he did drive the team all the way down for a touchdown on the opening drive. And Mendoza, he throws the crappy pick 6 but comes back, I thought, and showed a lot of poise in doing so. And I don't think he's a guy that's going to get too rattled. So he looks the part for sure. I don't think he's necessarily ready yet, but he looks the part, and I think the Raiders are in pretty good hands moving forward.
But again, I think that's one of the reasons why when you see Clint Kubiak say, well, we haven't decided on our quarterback yet, stop. It's going to be Kirk Cousins. That's why you brought him in. I don't even know that Mendoza ends up being QB2 and 1 play away because you have a former starter right now sitting behind Mendoza. And the way Fernando Mendoza carries himself, he can handle this. I don't know that he's going to get caught up in the pressure, but he understands, they're not telling him you've got to come in and you're going to start right away and deal with that pressure. He's got time to learn. And the way he talks when he knows he makes a mistake, just hearing his postgame. And again, on the pick 6, he had a couple of bad reads on that. Guys that are NFL open but not college open. And then he threw the pass, but he even said he thought the receiver was going to sit and the receiver kept going, and where he threw the ball, and it ends up being a pick six. He threw, one pick six in college. That's unusual. But for a guy like Mendoza, those are the kind of mistakes that you need to make in the preseason, because now you've seen it. You've gone through it. And, when you hear coaches say he can learn from that, he can definitely learn from that. But the way he carries himself, knowing that he's not expected to be the guy this year, the Raiders have the foundation set. They've got what looks like the real deal at quarterback. They've got a running back. They've got a tight end. They've got other issues that they still need to work on, wide receivers and some help on defense, which is why I truly think a guy like Max Crosby, as we get into the season and closer to the deadline, won't finish the year with the Raiders. And I'm not saying Cowboys, although I would love that to happen, but if you're the Raiders, that's the smart business play. Trade him, get a couple of first-round picks for him, or whatever you can get at this point. But you had 2 ones from Baltimore before that deal fell apart. But the Raiders are at the beginning of their build stage with the quarterback in place. And to try to become a winner while he's still on his rookie contract tells you need to trade a Max Crosby to get those picks to accelerate things and be a 2 to 3 year, let's be competitive, as opposed to 4 to 5 years. You pay Mendoza, and now you're trying to figure out the rest, because you look at everybody wants to do what Cincinnati did a couple of years ago. Get to the Super Bowl when your quarterback's on his rookie deal, because once you pay your quarterback, it becomes a lot tougher. You go back years ago, the Seahawks went to the Super Bowl a couple of times when Russell Wilson was on his rookie deal. They never sniffed it again after he got paid, because you've got to. So winning with that guy on your rookie deal is the key. Jacksonville is paid their quarterback, and they're good again. They're going to be in that mix. I don't know if they're Super Bowl caliber mix, but playoff mix. But that's a team that was trying to get it done with Trevor Lawrence on his rookie deal, and they couldn't get it done, and change coaches and do this. And obviously Urban Meyer was a disaster, but now it looks like they have the right coach. They got the quarterback, but now they've got to build around the quarterback's contract.
Well, and you're going to see the Houston Texans facing the same problem. They've already paid Will Anderson Jr., so he's got a big contract. If C.J. Stroud is your guy, they're going to pay him. I've seen various reports, that they're negotiating, but they're far away. That I don't know how true it is, but I'm going to throw it out there anyway. And if this is the case, and if it is true, C.J. needs his head examined. He wants $70 million. And I mean, if you ask for it, you might get it. And I've seen reports where the Texans are somewhere in the 50 to 55 range per year. So, which to me would be a lot more appropriate for a guy like C.J. Stroud, who, quite frankly, has regressed since his rookie season. But we'll see what happens. And if you're C.J. Stroud, you want to go and play your butt off this year and show the Texans that you're the guy. Having said that, my point is that the Texans, like I think they are capable of going to the Super Bowl this year. If they're going to get that done, they might want to get it done before they have to pay their quarterback a ton of money.
Well, and obviously they're going to want to. But when you look at C.J. Stroud, and if he's asking for 70, cool. He ain't getting it. But I do think his salary is going to start with a 6. And that's where the longer Nick Caserio waits to get the deal done, the more expensive it is. We're going off of 2 playoff games last year, and we talk about his regression, and he has. But he's been in the playoffs with a playoff win every year that he's been in the league. And so when you go into that negotiating room, you've got to ask for that. And if CJ waits, and again, the Texans can tag him a couple of times, so it's not like they're worried about him walking out the door. There's not that urgency. But there is, the old saying, actions speak louder than words. You look at a team like the Texans with Nick Caserio as their GM. They tend to sign guys early. They don't draw things out. They don't put their star players through the ringer like Jerry Jones has done in the past. Jerry Jones always likes to wait, and it seems to cost him more. He didn't on Quinnen Williams. So when a deal can get done, as Jerry and Steven have often said, they get it done. But CJ is in no rush to sign that deal if it's not starting with a 6. And when you look at where salaries are going, look at the next group of quarterbacks that are going to get paid. And Jaden Daniels, maybe if you're Washington, you go to him now and say, dude, you love 5 so much, let's start yours with a 5. And it might be 59, but he's one that could end up going over 6 or pushing it to over 7.
See, I don't know. And I say that because we all thought that was going to happen after Dak Prescott signed his deal.
Yep.
And there have been quarterbacks signed since Dak that haven't sniffed 60. And so I don't know. And I think it's getting to the point where it's not just going to keep going up because you can't. You can't have quarterbacks making $100 million a year. And if you continue on this scale, that's where it's going to go eventually. I can't imagine a quarterback making $70, $80 million a year. And if you're C.J. Stroud, quite frankly, you can ask for it. But even as desperate as teams are for quarterbacks, I can't imagine them paying him that kind of money because, again, I don't think C.J. Stroud is one of those guys that's going to carry a team. He needs players around him. Dak Prescott, same way. He got paid. I just don't see that happening. And, again, they may put him through the ringer. And if it costs them more, it costs them more. But I want to see more out of C.J. Stroud. I don't think they're going to pay him before the season starts if they're that far apart, if these reports are true. And if they have issues moving forward, you franchise tag the guy. Hell, that happened to Dak Prescott, and it paid off for Dak in the long run. But he was franchise tagged twice. Made a lot of money in the process, but he was. And I just don't see a C.J. Stroud resetting the market. I just don't. I don't care if he's next. I don't care if he's what he is. I just don't see that happening.
But if he waits and the market changes, and we all thought, and I'm guilty of this too. You know, Dak got to 60. Now Mahomes, I think, is now technically 63. And then Burrow and Allen and Trevor Lawrence and Jordan Love, they're all at what, around 55? Because Josh, what's $5 million to me?
Yeah.
But when you look at Jaden Daniels is coming up, Drake May is coming up, Bo Nix is coming up, Caleb Williams. You think about, that 2024 draft class next year, they're all going to be eligible. And Drake May's been to a Super Bowl. Jaden Daniels has been to a conference championship game. Bo Nix, Caleb, all the expectations on all those guys. If I'm C.J. Stroud, you watch those guys go get paid, and that's going to rise all those boats, including the one for C.J. Stroud. That's why I say Nick Caserio is probably better off signing him now, but I can get why CJ and his agency is saying it's got to start with the 6. I want to get to this level.
Anyways, a 7. According to reports.
Again, you start at 7 and you settle at 60, whatever that number is, but you're not going to take less than 55 because you don't have to right now unless you just want to get a deal done.
Well, sure. And if you get a deal done at 55, I mean, we're sitting here thinking that he's going to have to live in the poorhouse the rest of his life. It's a hell of a lot of money, and it's going to be a lot of guaranteed money. I just think C.J. Stroud's got a lot of proving himself to do. Because if you're Nick, look, at the end of the day, it's a business. Yes, quarterbacks are quarterbacks, and they're going to make the money. But just because, I don't know, Jaden Daniels gets paid 60-something doesn't mean that C.J. Stroud is worth that. And at some point, and I say that because you look at a guy like Brock Purdy, who did not get paid that much, and everybody said the same thing. Oh, Brock Purdy, we're not going to pay him. He's not worth that. Well, you know what? The guy just wins.
Yep,
he does. And so I just think that at some point in time, NFL teams are going to start to say, no, we can't do it. It just is not feasible unless you want your quarterback making all the money and you lose every year.
Well, and again, on your first contract, go get it. I was surprised that Tampa Bay didn't take care of Baker Mayfield any better than they did, which is why
because they don't trust him.
He's not signed.
They don't trust him.
I mean, what do you do if you're Baltimore? Because isn't Lamar Jackson going into the part of his contract where it's time to give him another one?
I think he's another guy that needs to prove himself. He's a guy, and just like Dak Prescott, and again, Prescott got paid, but Lamar Jackson's another guy. He's great in the regular season, and he can't perform in the playoffs. And at some point in time, it's got to matter. You can't just say, well, you suck in the playoffs, but here's $80 million a year. I mean, at some point, performance has got to matter, does it not?
It does, but every one of these guys are looking for a quarterback, and if you've got one, and you know how hard it is to find one, you believe in that guy, you've got to pay him, and you got to pay him market rate because you don't want to start over, which is why I think, you go back a few years ago when I kept saying Dak was going to get paid. It wasn't because I thought he earned it or deserved it. I just knew Jerry Jones wasn't going to start over, and the Cowboys never got a quarterback on that roster that would be legitimate competition for Dak Prescott or the obvious heir apparent to Dak Prescott. So you knew he was going to get paid. Dak knew he had Jerry over the barrel and he was going to get paid, and that allowed Dak to play hardball because Jerry never brought in any competition that said, you know what? You haven't won in the playoffs? I'll go with this guy.
And that's what they've – and look, teams have to decide what they're going to do and what they're going to pay. I just know that had the Cowboys signed Micah Parsons, they would be screwed. We'd be talking about a defense that just sucks. Yeah, you got a pass rusher, but you know what? You got no linebackers and no defensive line and no secondary. And now, guess what? And I just think teams have to look at that with the salary cap these days, and I know it's going to keep going up. You got guys on the payroll. Cincinnati's in the same boat. Think about it. You got Burrow and you got two wide receivers getting paid all the money, and their defense sucks. Their offensive line sucks. And I think at some point in time you got to say, hey, those other positions are important too. Just because you have a good quarterback, and I believe Joe Burrow is a damn good quarterback, doesn't mean that you're going to win with a crappy team. And I just think that that NFL teams are going to wake up, and it's not going to be just a free-for-all when it comes to quarterbacks or wide receivers or whatever else there is. There's got to be some barriers and some roadblocks. That's all I'm saying. And to me, C.J. Stroud has not earned $70 million or even $60 million. You want to pay him $55, $56? Okay, I can live with that. But he hasn't earned it. He just hasn't. And I think, Texan fan, you want a team that sucks and is going to have to rebuild because you got high people on payroll? Well, welcome to the Dallas Cowboys or the Cincinnati Bengals, because that's exactly what's happened to them. We got to take a break because we're late. We're absolutely late for a break. Well, the Bernie Little Leaguers are done. Find out exactly what they're going to do. The Cowboys are done in Oxnard. They have left Oxnard, California. Dak Prescott spoke before they left, though. We'll hear from the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys when we return here on The Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This is The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons 2 to 6. KTFM Floresville. And everywhere at sasportstar.com.
Something big is coming. Hey, it's James Pledger with San Antonio Sports Star, and on September 2nd, DraftKings Game Day arrives with massive deals, exclusive deals, and all-day celebrations built just for sports fans. The countdown has begun, and all roads lead to Game Day. The DraftKings Sports app is now live in all 50 states, and that means Texas. One app, every sport, all 50 states. So remember the date, September 2nd. DraftKings Game Day arrives with the kickoff to a new season, a new era, and the biggest day in sports history. So get ready to celebrate. New DraftKings customers sign up with code 941 SportsStar. Spend $5 to get $150 in rewards within 14 days. That's code 941 SportsStar in partnership with DraftKings. The crown is yours. Event trading offered by DraftKings Predictions, a CFTC registered introducing broker. Trading involves risk of loss. Market availability varies. Eligibility restrictions apply. $50 every 7 days via click-to-claim issued in non-withdrawable predictions dollars that expire in 1 year. Ends August 23rd. Terms, dkng.co/predictions promo. Nationwide based on sportsbook, predictions, and free-to-play sports contest availability. Varies by state.
At Davis Law Firm, we know that after a serious accident, every second counts. When you call the fours, we can connect you with medical care immediately, and we'll start fighting for the cash recovery you deserve right away. Our team of experienced attorneys is ready to help 24/7, and there's no fee unless we win. Call Davis Law Firm at 444-4444. San Antonio, Austin, Corpus Christi, Laredo, RGV, Permian Basin. Attorney consultation by appointment only.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems that can keep you up at night, like snoring, aches and pains, or sleeping hot. Our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. And now at Mattress Firm, save up to $700 on Tempur-Pedic, plus get a $300 instant gift. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
The Borene Little Leaguers fall short today in the Little League World Series. They lose to Tacoma, Washington, 4-3. Houston Texans worked out 3 wide receivers today: Sterling Shepard, Zay Jones, and Josh Reynolds. Aaron Wilson is reporting they're signing both Jones and Shepard. And the Cowboys are out in Oxnard. They're done. They're headed for Arizona. They'll take on the Cardinals tomorrow. You can listen to that game right here on 94.1 beginning at 8.
From the studios of San Antonio's Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Blitz. 2 decades on the radio, Jason Minix. 2 decades on TV, Joe Reinagle. 2 San Antonio sports voices you've trusted for years. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
On a Friday, and if you just got off work, congratulations. Your weekend has begun. Happy, though, you're spending a little time with us here on the Blitz, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. My name is Joe Reinagle. His name is Jason Minix. We're happy to have you along.
We are happy to have you along. A bummer day for the Borene Little Leaguers. Got off to a rough start, settled things down, lose 4-3. Had the bases loaded in the final inning. Had 2 thrown out at home.
Bases loaded with nobody out.
Yeah.
Man, that's tough. That's tough.
Seattle, or the Tacoma team, playing good defense.
Wow. Well, they're still alive, the way I understand it. It is a double elimination tournament, so they've got to rebound, and now, well, you can't lose anymore. You get your one mulligan, and that's it.
The Dallas Cowboys finished in Oxnard. The preseason game, little stopover tomorrow night in Phoenix, and then head back to Frisco for the final 2 weeks of training camp. And a topic all off season has been how different the Cowboys are operating. It was a drama-free off season. Jerry, who is known to stir the pot when nothing is going on, and he admits to doing that, didn't this offseason. They invested in the defense. And as they were breaking camp yesterday in his final press conference in Oxnard, California, Dak Prescott was talking about the confidence that this group has as a legit Super Bowl team. Like, dude, yeah, I'm wearing the shirt. I'm saying Super Bowl. Part of that is because of what he is hearing and seeing from one Jerry Jones.
I can't give enough credit, honestly, to him and the Jones, and just I don't think I'd be saying the goals and saying them as confident and trying to manifest, without the things that they've done, without the decisions they've made, without the signings that they have, the extensions that they've given to certain guys. They understand what we're trying to do, and the urgency in it. And I think as much as Jerry ever has in my tenure here.
And you have to agree with him. And obviously he sees Jerry all the time, talks to Jerry all the time. But as fans, as reporters, as sports talk show hosts, we've seen it as well. And it has been a very unlike Jerry Jones offseason. He has not found every microphone that's available. and he hasn't caused any issues with any kind of comments that he may or may not make. And they've just gone out and they've improved this team, at least on paper. They've gotten some good players and addressed some needs. That's very unlike Jerry Jones.
And while it does start with Jerry Jones, you listen to the beginning of that, I can't give him enough credit. And the Joneses, he was talking about Brian Schottenheimer. Brian Schottenheimer has had such an impact on this organization in a way that none of us thought would happen. When he got hired, I know I wasn't happy. I'm like, really? Nobody was after a Brian Schottenheimer. Thought Jerry just hired another yes man. And the reality is it's far from it. Brian Schottenheimer at this point in his career knows exactly what he wants in a team. We talked about that with Brian when he was on the Blitz with us when we were in Oxnard. I even said, dude, how have you done this? And Jerry is buying in to what Brian Schottenheimer is selling, setting the tone. But more importantly, when Brian Schottenheimer has said, this is what we need, Jerry has gone and done it. From hiring a Christian Parker. Generally speaking, as we all know, Jerry doesn't like coordinators that don't have head coaching experience. That staff has no head coaching experience on it outside of Brian Schottenheimer, who has 1 year. That is very unlike Jerry. And you go back to even firing Matt Eberflus. Jerry doesn't like to fire any coach that he has under contract, and he certainly doesn't like to fire friends. And that's why he hired Matt Eberflus. And Brian Schottenheimer got Jerry to say, you know what? That ain't worked for you in the past. Let's do something different, Jerry. And Jerry is allowing Brian Schottenheimer to run things, but it starts at the top. And for Dak Prescott to say that Jerry is showing more urgency to win it than his time in Dallas, it's been a decade for Dak Prescott in Dallas. And I know we've talked about Jerry running out of time at 83 years old, and I think urgency is the right word for it.
Well, absolutely it is. And Jerry wants to win. He wants to win a Super Bowl without Jimmy Johnson involved. I don't know if you saw that thing that Jimmy put out.
Yep.
The Cowboys were pissed about that.
That's what Clarence Hill tweeted out.
That's what he said, apparently. And so, why would Jimmy do that?
Because he's Jimmy?
I guess.
Because he can?
I guess. I don't know why he would do that. It just doesn't seem necessary at this point in time. Basically, what it was, I guess, his contract.
Yeah.
That said he had all the control there was over
everything.
Everything. Players, coaches, all kinds of stuff. And I don't know. Maybe that's true. Maybe that's the way it was. But it just seemed like a crappy thing to do.
It was surprising. I haven't seen what the backstory is why Jimmy yesterday would tweet out, does this explain Cowboys' responsibilities? And it's a section of the contract. No assistant football coach, trainer, equipment man, or strength coach shall be fired or employed by employer without the prior approval of Johnson. Johnson shall have the right of prior approval with respect to the acquisition, releasing, and trading of all football players of the Dallas Cowboys. Johnson shall have complete control of all assistant coaches, players, trainers, and equipment men during training, practice, preparation for, and the actual playing of games. Notwithstanding the foregoing, neither the assistant coaches, players, whatever. It basically, any question as to who was running the organization, who had final say, it wasn't Jerry Jones, according to the contract. Now,
nobody thought Jerry had control. I mean, that's the whole problem that Jerry has, is that everybody gives Jimmy Johnson all the credit. And I said that's why I don't understand why he did that. Nobody that I've ever talked to thinks anything other than what Jimmy Johnson just said there, that he had all the control, and he's the reason the Cowboys have 3 Super Bowls in the 90s.
But again, now, why would Jimmy do that? Great question. For Clarence to tweet out the Cowboys aren't happy about this, I don't know. But I do wonder, is Jimmy Johnson, for whatever way, trying to motivate Jerry a little bit by pissing him off to maybe go make that trade, that maybe Jimmy's aware of something that could happen, but if Jerry is unsure if he wants to actually pull the trigger on a deal, something along those lines. I mean, you just wonder, what is the why? And knowing that Jimmy Johnson is a master motivator, and he certainly knows how to figure out what the hook is that's going to get somebody to get off their ass and get something done, maybe he's just trying to show Jerry, hey, man, I would have made this trade if I were in charge. And at one point I was. Get that Max Crosby in Dallas. That's the difference between you being really good and being in Los Angeles on Valentine's Day.
Perhaps. I think Jimmy Johnson would have been okay with the Micah Parsons trade.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that was a lot of people have compared that to the Herschel Walker deal. I'm not sure if it was that big.
No.
But it's similar, and they had the guts to do it because they caught hell for it. Everybody, except for a handful of people, thought that was a horrible deal. And it has turned out to be fantastic, at least on paper. They were able to do some things. So I just don't – I'm a big fan of Jimmy Johnson, but I don't understand that. It just seems really unnecessary to me for him to tweet that out or just sitting around saying, you know what, I'm going to stick it to the old man and I'll show everybody. And it just, I don't know, seemed unnecessary to me.
Well, and think about this. Now, I trust Ed Werder and what he tweets about. And Ed Werder tweeted about that contract. And he says, I'm not sure what compelled Jimmy to post that clause in his contract. He says, I know it was provided to Netflix producers to be used in the Jerry Jones Cowboys documentary a year ago, but they chose not to use it. It remains a point of contention between them, obviously, no matter that Jimmy is rightfully honored in the Cowboys Ring of Honor. I do find it interesting, though, that Netflix chose not to do that, or did Jerry say, well, keep that crap out of there?
It may have been, it could very well have been Jerry, and I wouldn't put it past him that it might have been. Again, and if that's an argument going on between the two, because look, as much as they play nice in public, I don't think either one of them like each other.
Well, and again, it's not like Jimmy had success when he left Dallas.
No, he didn't.
And Jerry hasn't been back to the Super Bowl. Granted, Barry Switzer.
Well, true, but that was Jimmy's team.
Like
Absolutely.
Barry Switzer gets no credit for that, and Jimmy gets all the credit for that, and I think that's fairly accurate, right? Even though Barry Switzer was coach of a Super Bowl team, and Jerry did win a Super Bowl that Jimmy Johnson wasn't a part of.
Well, this is true.
I mean, those are facts. But it's not like Jimmy was successful with the Dolphins, and then he went into television.
Yep.
So, I mean, they were a great team together. They just didn't last long enough.
I just I don't understand it. But if this is some kind of feud between the two, well, so be it, and move on. It just seemed like a very unnecessary thing to do because, again, I have not heard one person give Jerry Jones credit for any of those Super Bowls.
Nope.
It all goes to Jimmy Johnson, and Jimmy knows that. I don't think there's any doubt about it.
You know what sucks about that? What owner of a franchise would want that credit, right? And
Jerry.
And that's it. I mean, do you think Peter Holt is like, yeah, all these championships in San Antonio were because of me? And then you get a guy like Greg Popovich. It's because of the players. It's because of the players, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's the crazy thing is, you don't see the Chiefs owner bragging about how great he is. Even Kraft credits his coach and his quarterback, but Jerry's ego is bigger than his yacht, so he wants that credit.
Well, he does, and he always has, and that's just who Jerry is. He hadn't changed a lot except for this year, which he has. But up until this year, he's been the same Jerry Jones that bought the team back in, 89?
Yeah.
So he's the same guy. And so, I don't know. It just seemed weird to me. I'm sure there's a reason for it. I don't know. Maybe Jerry, they had a phone call and they got pissed. I don't know. It's just weird. And it seemed unnecessary to me because, again, Jimmy gets all the credit anyway.
Well, you know what? Jimmy just took a page out of Jerry Jones's playbook. Ain't enough drama around the Cowboys. Let me stir some things up a little bit.
There you go. And he did that, although that kind of went under the radar, at least a little bit yesterday until, we think about it again, and it's like, why? Don't get it. But, okay, so be it. More Cowboys because we kind of got into the Jerry Jones and Jimmy Johnson discussion there. We'll talk some Cowboys football. lots happening this weekend. You got 3 playoff or preseason games, not playoff games. 3 preseason games coming up for you tonight, and then a full Saturday of stuff. And, the Green Monster has made its way back to the WNBA.
Why do you continue to want to talk about it?
We'll talk about it when we continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Injuries do happen. When they do, skip the ER and get straight to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Conveniently located in the Corey area, they have extended hours Monday through Saturday. They have on-site x-ray casting and bracing. In fact, they have everything you need to treat your injury, but no urgent care or emergency room copay. They provide walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocation, sprains, and strains. So if you're injured, get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic. Learn more online at tsaog.com.
The fans, the mascots, the students sections. Saturdays were made for A&M football. Let's go! Hear every play on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Have you or a loved one been arrested? Call the law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, and get the aggressive legal help you deserve. From criminal defense to personal injury, attorney Jesse Hernandez and his powerhouse team are ready to fight for your rights. Calls are answered 24/7 because legal trouble doesn't keep office hours. Call 210-807-8656 or visit jessehernandezlaw.com. That's jessehernandezlaw.com. The law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, has your back.
The biggest sale of the year is happening now at North Park Chevrolet. Get 0% financing for 60 months on the 2026 Silverado 1500 LT. Or take the 2026 Trax for $22,997 and 2.9% APR. Plus, enjoy 2 years of no-charge oil changes and a 1-year wash tub pass on new vehicles. Together, let's drive North Park Chevrolet. 10 minutes from Loop 410 in Castroville. Must qualify. Call 830-355-2107 for full price and offer details.
It's closing weekend at Retama Park. Get to Retama Park this weekend for the last live quarter horse racing weekend until 2027 with thrilling racing, cold drinks, and fun for the whole family. On Sunday, don't miss the fan favorite Winnie Dog races. Watch the Speedy Pups race down the track or enter your own pup for a chance at glory. Get your tickets and register your dog today at ticketsretamapark.com. Retama Park, closing weekend. Be there.
Buyers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at buyersbarricades.com. That's buyersbarricades.com.
Did you hear? Allstate car insurance now costs even less. So when you bundle with home, you can save even more. Check Allstate first to bundle and save with a new lower auto rate. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings may vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
You asked me that question, Jason. Did I see what the Foo Fighters are doing? Yes, Jason. I keep up with that stuff.
Do you?
On a regular basis,
Do
yes.
you keep up with what the Foo Fighters are doing?
Of course. I get notifications and alerts and all of that stuff on the Foo Fighters. Yes.
Grohl doesn't just text you?
Well, no, he doesn't.
Son of a man.
I told him I was in charge, and he didn't like that. So we're having a little feud.
Oh, yeah?
I have no idea what the hell they're doing. Why don't you enlighten us?
It's very cool, although it's a Tuesday night in St. Louis, which sounds awful, right?
No.
September 8th. Foo Fighters is on tour. They're going to do a random show on a Tuesday in St. Louis, opening for AC/DC.
Wow.
Now, I just saw AC/DC a couple of weeks ago in the Alamo Dome, and they were great. I just saw Foo Fighters this past weekend in Nashville, and Foo Fighters always delivers. And they always play a 3-hour show. And that's Dave Grohl's band. AC/DC is why Dave Grohl decided he wanted to be a musician. And why it tells the story, watching them as an 11-year-old, seeing what they were doing, going, man, that's what I want to be when I grow up. And they've never played together before, which I find ironic. But they just announced it yesterday. We're going to open for AC/DC in St. Louis.
Well, I think it's cool. I mean, obviously that's going to be a sold-out concert in no time.
And it probably would have been a sold-out show anyway.
Well, probably so, but
for either one of them.
I just think it's a payback, if you will, to AC/DC. You know, honestly, I think that's kind of cool. I really do. Yeah. I think that's it's like, you know, asking for somebody's number when they're a veteran.
Yeah.
And you have the respect for that veteran and you don't do it. Well, I think this is kind of it in a way. Maybe a bad comparison, but you know what I'm saying? It's the respect for AC/DC.
Yeah, no, I think it and again, to open, they're on tour, and these shows, as massive as they are and the coordination that goes with it, to have a random one-off thrown in, and you wonder how long has it been in the works for it to be this random, because both of those shows and their stage setups and everything, the pyro and everything that goes with it, the video, it's just like, wow, dude, Tuesday in St. Louis. No, I'm not even going to try to go.
Well, I wonder why a Tuesday in St. Louis. Was that the only opportunity, or what? I that is kind of interesting.
You know, again, because I care about crap like this, you look at Foo Fighters' schedule, and then they're finishing up the North American part, then heading over to Europe. They had the time off. AC/DC's been on this tour, and so, you know, whoever's opening for them, they get a night off. It's like, did somebody from Foo Fighters or Dave Grohl say, you know, I want to play with you guys. Does Tuesday work? Get rid of your openers that night. But knowing that Foo always plays 3 hours, I mean, that thing's going to start at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, right?
Well, I wonder if they may have to shorten their show that night.
I don't know that Dave Grohl can shorten the show.
Well,
I mean, one of the cool things about old school Foo Fighter shows is, you know, about 2 hours in, it was the standard line for Dave Grohl. It's, we're about 2 hours in. If this is when your favorite band would be playing your favorite song as their encore, as their finale, maybe it's time for you to get a new effing favorite band and keep going for another hour, because he used to make fun of those bands that would play an hour and a half or 2 hours tops.
Right.
And this show this past weekend, they start out, man, we got 31 years. We're going for 3 hours. Buckle up.
Wow.
And that's what they do. But they're known for 3-hour shows.
Well, that's cool, though. I had a lot of respect for him for doing that. However it worked out and why it's a Tuesday night in St. Louis, it really doesn't matter.
It's the schedule, yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
It'd be a really cool night, because I was surprised at how well AC/DC, how well they performed. I mean, obviously the voice isn't quite as strong as it was, but
sure.
But, you know, when you're pushing 80, to still put on a show like that was pretty incredible.
Yeah.
210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. Martin wants to talk about old guys, Jerry and Jimmy. Martin, you're on the Blitz. What's up, man?
Hey, guys, I don't think Jimmy was trying to be disrespectful. I think Jimmy just hates people ragging on the Cowboys and making fun of the Cowboys. I think he still is a Cowboy at heart, and, you know, And you're right. I think he's egging them on to make that last trade to put them over the hump, you know, because even other Cowboy players have said that, you know, about Jerry, like, hey, man, just go for it. And that's all I got to say, guys. You have a good day.
All right, Martin, thanks for the phone call. It could be. It just seemed a little petty to put that portion of his contract out there. True or not, and I'm assuming it's true, it's in his contract, and he wouldn't have posted it otherwise. But maybe do you get? Is he talking about Max Crosby? Is he talking about
your
who?
definition of what is all in and mine might not be the same thing.
Yeah, but everybody knows what the definition of all in is, and I wonder, and I think Martin is agreeing with me, is that Jimmy's way to kind of motivate Jerry to make that move? But they've always been at odds. I don't know if they've truly mended their fences, right?
I don't think they have.
And so, while Martin is like, well, Jimmy's a Cowboy at heart, I wonder if Jimmy doesn't just enjoy every year when the Cowboy season ends and Jerry is not holding up a trophy, is that old Miami Dolphins, although they're running out of guys, every time the last undefeated team loses, they all get together for a champagne toast. I wonder if Jimmy, deep down, or maybe not deep down, is always a little bit happier on a day that the Cowboys get eliminated from the playoffs. And that's another year that they don't win a Super Bowl without Jimmy Johnson's involvement. I don't know how petty Jimmy is in that regard.
Well, look, if it was me, you might want to have that pettiness, because at least until I'm gone from the earth, right? I'm alive. It's 6 feet under, but I mean, Jerry finally succumbed to the pressure to put Jimmy in the Ring of Honor, which was the right thing to do.
But he had no choice.
Well, no, but it was the right thing to do, and he did it. I mean, Jerry could have been an ass about it, and it's a screw you.
But Jerry did not put Jimmy into the Ring of Honor until after Jimmy was going into the Pro Football Hall of Fame, and Jerry realized how stupid he looked by having a Hall of Fame coach that isn't in your Ring of Honor. Generally it goes the other way. You get into a team's Ring of Honor, and then you go into the Hall of Fame. If you remember, they were on the set in Canton when, Jimmy, Jerry was like, all right, yeah, you're going in. And Jimmy's answer, well, I'm alive. I don't know that Jerry finally I think the pressure was, dude, you're in the Hall of Fame and you're not in the Ring of Honor. That doesn't make sense. Or caught up in the moment of you're going in, all right, here you go. We'll let you into the Ring of Honor.
It's interesting, and that feud's going to continue. I don't think they'll ever kiss and make up, so to speak, but I don't know. It just seemed it's interesting that Jimmy Johnson would pick a Thursday in August to send out a tweet like that with a picture of his contract. And again, maybe it is because Jerry, I'm being reminded on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page that it's Jerry who's talking about the Herschel Walker deal more so than anybody else. And that is absolutely true when it comes to Micah Parsons. Jerry has compared that trade a couple of different times, at least, that I've heard him say. So maybe Jimmy's talking about that.
It's a possibility. And again, you go back and you look at the Herschel Walker deal and what that turned into. And unless I've missed something, I don't know that I've seen Jerry say that this is a better trade or equal to.
No.
But similar in the sense that for one great player, look at the great players that they were able to acquire for that one. And in that part, I think Jerry Jones is accurate. And, it's an example. It's apples and oranges because it still has to play out, and you don't know that you're going to end up with the all-time leading rusher and all these other future Hall of Famers. But he took one great player and now has several great players, just like they did with the Herschel Walker deal. It wasn't a one-for-one or two players in one. He has turned that Micah Parsons trade, and he was complimentary of Micah Parsons as a player. Who wouldn't want him? But without him, look what we were able to do. We've got run stoppers. We've got edge rushers now. Malachi Lawrence is the draft pick that was a part of that deal. He's going to be a pass rusher. So in that regard, I'm on board with what Jerry has said, with what I've seen. Now, if there was another statement that I missed that, this is better than or something like that, sure. But I don't know if that comparison would be enough to piss off Jimmy, except for Jimmy can get petty about these things.
Yeah, he can. I haven't heard Jerry say it was better than, or I haven't heard him say that. Jerry's been very calm for Jerry Jones. And so I haven't heard him say anything like that. I have heard him refer to that, the Herschel Walker deal in regards to Micah Parsons. So if that pissed Jimmy off, okay, I guess I get it. But look, I think it's pretty clear who was the mastermind of that Herschel Walker deal, and it was Jimmy Johnson.
Sure.
And so, and again, that's why I don't understand Jimmy Johnson, because, again, nobody's giving Jerry any credit for those 3 Super Bowl victories.
I think Jimmy just wants to remind you of where the credit needs to go.
Maybe so. Maybe that's it. I don't know.
Nobody's talking about Jimmy Johnson, damn it.
Well, and Jimmy should just go out and go fishing. I mean, honestly, guy's got a ton of money. He's retired. Just go fishing.
Isn't he
Jimmy.
still doing TV, or did he stop?
I don't think he is.
Is he going to be back on Fox this year?
He wasn't on Fox last year, was he?
He retired last year.
He retired last year. I forget. Yeah.
Yeah. Just go fishing. He lives in Miami. He's got boats.
Yeah.
He's got plenty of cash.
Yeah.
He's a cool dude.
He is.
Just go fishing.
He knows how to tweet.
Well, apparently so. And take pictures of contracts.
Although, you cut too much of it off, dude. Be better.
Yeah. Show us the whole thing. You know, because maybe there's a byline in there somewhere that says, unless Jerry says otherwise. Who knows?
Conveniently cropped.
Yes. Jimmy wouldn't do that, would he? Of course not. That's fun, though, when 2 old dudes like that go at each other. 2 old rich dudes we have to throw in.
Petty.
Yes.
Petty.
Pettiness.
Petty.
Unbelievable. Maybe they'll go to AC/DC Foo Fighters together. Who knows?
I mean, they could.
They could.
I mean, what else are you doing on a Tuesday?
Well, they're about the age, right? I mean.
What do you mean they're about the age?
To see AC/DC?
You're about the age. I'm about the age.
I am about the age.
Edwin's about the age.
I always liked AC/DC.
You know, that's the cool thing. When you go to these shows and you see people there with their kids, educating their kids on what great music is.
Yeah, because music today sucks.
It does.
Unless it's Ella Langley.
I sound like a grandpa. Get off my lawn. Today's music.
Oh, we got more to do. Don't go anywhere before you start your weekend. Stay with us here on the Blitz, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You know, it is a Friday. You have your weekend plans. I'm going to guess none of you plan on getting arrested, but I know you. Some of you will, because it happens to a lot of people every day for all kinds of reasons. If you get arrested, you know you want to get out of jail fast. Best way to do that? Call my good friend Albert and his great staff at AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text BAIL to 474747, or you can start the bonding process online. Go to mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else to get out of jail. You don't want to be forced into a PR bond either. If the jail offers you a PR bond, make sure you truly understand what all those conditions are before accepting it. Your best option for stress-free bail bonds is AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They offer payment plans, have a free shuttle service. They are discreet and confidential and open 24/7. They have offices all over San Antonio and Texas, services nationwide. So if you're up in Dallas, down in Corpus, anywhere in between, license number 149, call AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121, or go online at mybestbailbonds.com.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Stars Fall Golf Classic is back. Round up your foursome, your work crew, your work day golf buddies, and get ready for a fun, laid-back day at Silverhorn Golf Club. Monday, September 21st. Lock in a team for just $500 for a foursome, or jump in solo for $150 a player. The Fall Golf Classic benefits First Tee Charity, so you're having a great time for a great cause. San Antonio Sports Star Fall Golf Classic, presented by the Law Office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, and in part by Flight by Yingling and PPL Motorhomes. Grab your spot now at sasportstar.com.
Hi, everybody. Joe Reinagle here for the Golf Club of Texas. I absolutely love the Golf Club of Texas. They've made so many improvements to the golf course, from brand new cart paths to resodding the greens and fairways. You might think it's a private club, but it's not. It's open to the public 7 days a week. Best rates are always online at golfclubtexas.com. That's golfclubtexas.com. The Golf Club of Texas, you know where it is, right there off Briggs Ranch Road off Highway 90. The Golf Club of Texas is the friendliest golf course in Texas.
Football season is almost here, and just in time for kickoff, the new Roo Pub will be open in New Braunfels, in Creekside near the Buc-ee's. You know the Roo Pub has proven to be the best place to watch any big game, any big event, and the New Braunfels location will be no different. Heading to the coast, check out the Roo Pub in Rockport, and of course the OG Roo Pub at 281 in Redland Road is the perfect place for your fantasy draft. Roo Pub number 3, opening soon in New Braunfels. We'll see you at the Roo.
A small business affirmation from Progressive.
Plumbers, today will be a good day. You will be profitable. Your clients will be nice. No one will stand over you and tell you how to fix the thing they actually hired you to fix. You will also feel at peace after switching to Progressive, America's #1 commercial auto insurer. See if you can save in as little as 8 minutes at progressivecommercial.com.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. #1 commercial auto insurer from the NAIC's 2024 National Premium Data.
Mellow Mushroom has the best pizza in San Antonio. Mellow delivers the best pizza experience with their delicious dough, premium ingredients, and unique flavors. Delivering a higher order of pizza is the standard. If Mellow can make a pizza this delicious, imagine what they can do with munchies, greens, calzones, and burgers. Mellow Mushroom has San Antonio's best happy hour with food specials and half-off adult beverages. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
$30 million in guaranteed prizes. Cash in this football season in Las Vegas with 3 Circa Sports contests. Entry starting at $1,000, all with no rate. Circa Million, 18 weeks of point spread action. Circa Survivor, pick one winner each week, no point spread. And the Big Daddy, Circa Grandissimo, with a $100,000 entry fee. Enter in Nevada, play from anywhere. 30 million guaranteed. Visit circusports.com for details.
I like shorts that are pretty short.
What do kids want to wear back to school? We ask them.
I love wearing things that make me feel confident. They have to be like really comfortable too. Yeah. Nike shoes, running shoes.
Like I think I wear my Birkenstocks every single day.
I just wear what I want and I let other people wear what they want.
Right now at Academy Sports and Outdoors, get an extra 30% off clearance clothes and shoes. See academy.com for details. Academy, fun can't lose.
Okay, all signed up. Easy. Now let's run payroll. What the? Hey girl, I'm you with more gusto. Nice. Who's that? New social media manager, hired and onboarded with gusto. And spoiler, we're kind of famous now. Wait, we're famous? Oh, well, I'm famous. Payroll, benefits, and HR. Designed and built for small businesses. Choose a future with gusto.
AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson in the morning.
I mean, it is kind of weird for a teacher to be FaceTiming a student.
It is,
you know.
yes. It is something that it's hard to imagine.
I am the father of a 14-year-old high school student.
Rob, like that, first of all, that's a child, but when you're the child, you don't feel like a child.
No.
All the parts work.
Yeah, you don't feel like a child when your math teacher's pulling out her boobies on FaceTime.
Trying to get an A.
You don't feel like you're being groomed.
Hey, maybe your son's like you, just wants to know what the nipple looks like.
Maybe so.
You never know.
Maybe so.
And then other stuff, but that was one of the stuff.
I hope that's how his mind works. I'm a proud papa.
Yeah, I'm proud of you, boy.
Proud papa.
AJ and Rob, weekday mornings 6 to 10, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
And you can hear Brad Sham right here on 94.1 tomorrow night. Cowboys taking on the Arizona Cardinals out in Arizona. Preseason game number 2 for the Cowboys. Preseason game number 3 for the Cardinals. But it all gets underway at 8 o'clock with a pregame show. Kickoff out there is at 9 o'clock Central Time. So the great Brad Sham and Christy Scales and is it Babe Laufenberg?
It should be, although sometimes Babe doesn't do a lot of the preseason games, so we'll see. And again, it's football time, and AARP Texas teaming up with San Antonio Sports Star. Enter your chance to win a pair of tickets to a home game. Just go to sasportstar.com right now, enter and win your chance to win tickets. Brought to you by AARP Texas.
Nice. Wow.
So you can just go to the website and register to win tickets to go see a Cowboys game from AARP Texas, who were great sponsors of our Cowboys training camp coverage. While you're at sasportstar.com, you can register for our golf tournament. We don't have a whole lot of teams left. I think it was down to 7.
As of this morning. I don't know what's since Pledge is at home crying over that Texans loss.
Edwin, do you get updates?
We have no idea.
No, that's just all the Pledge deal?
That's Pledge.
Yeah.
That's Edwin, ladies and gentlemen, right there in the flesh.
Well, he's gearing up for extra innings with Edwin coming up at 6 o'clock.
That would be cool.
It's going to go from 6 to 6:01.
Extra innings with Edwin. That's got a nice ring to it, Edwin.
Uh-huh.
It really does. No, we've got what do we have? Rangers baseball coming up?
At 6:30.
At 6:30, okay. So Rangers baseball's coming up here.
You know, more fun at sasportstar.com.
Yeah?
There's still time for you guys to head out to Vegas with us next week.
No, there really is.
Now, we've been telling you about it's the Ultimate Contest weekend. And I got a tweet earlier from Bubba Rivas, who couldn't wait to go next week when we were out there.
Yeah.
He went out there. He tweeted a picture. He's got 2 hats, which tells me he bought 2 entries into Circa Survivor. Because when you enter either Circa Survivor or Circa Million, you get a hat. And is one of the many things that you get. But he also sent pictures of Keyshawn Johnson and Austin Eckler, who were hanging out at Circa.
Well, of course they are.
I mean, but again, you never know who you're going to see out there, and the various celebrities that Circa, besides Joe Reinagel, will bring in for this Ultimate Contest weekend.
I just wonder if you enter the Grandissimo, do you get a hooker? I mean,
a hooker?
I mean, I don't know. Thinking, why not?
Boy, that hooker just lifts me every day.
I mean,
we'll have to talk to Derek about that. I mean, come on.
I mean, a hooker.
Well,
you get a hat.
That'd be one
and
hell of a
Jimmy
hooker.
hat, apparently, right?
$100,000, yeah. I mean,
$100,000.
But I don't know how many entries they have in that thing. You'd be surprised how many people enter that Grandissimo. It's $100,000 for the entry fee on that, and that will have damn close to 100 people in that thing.
They do. Let's see. Let's see. Survivor is already past 10,000 signups as of yesterday. That's a tweet that's a little bit older. I'm trying to see if they've got a tweet that has where they're standing now. Let's see. As of August 14th, Grandissimo had 20 entries, so you know that's going to be up. And this had Survivor at 8,700, and now they've tweeted since then that it's over 10,000.
Well, that's cool.
And it's fun because, like, I play Circa Million, and I've done that for a couple of years. That's a lot of fun. And $6 million guaranteed. I'm willing to roll the dice. I've never been good at Survivor leagues, and
they're not as easy as you think they are.
No, they're not. Even, I mean, that one is not free. Even when I've done Survivor pools that are free, or $25 or $50 for the season, which is basically free. I just don't do well at Survivor League, so I kind of stay away from them. Yet more people sign up for Survivor than any of the other contests. Circa Million is difficult because with Circa Million, you have to correctly pick 5 games a week against the spread. And it's difficult to pick 5 games. And again, you get to choose your games. Here's the list of all the games this week. Pick the 5 that based on the spread. And what I love about it is they send that out on Thursday. And for the Circa Million contest, the lines don't change. Mm-hmm. So if something happens over the weekend, that line is not going to change. I can go in through my proxy and change my entry. If something happens, I'm like, hey, switch this game out, switch that game out. You can do that.
Well, that's cool. I mean, I love that 5-0 type stuff. But again, that's harder. It's not as easy as you might think. I love Survivor Leagues, but it is difficult. And there is a strategy to it. I mean, there really is a strategy to it. You can't just like, let's see, I don't know, Buffalo's playing the Jets in week 1. Well, I'll take Buffalo. At some point in time, you're going to have to take the Jets. I mean, so yeah. I mean, and that's the problem. So you got to be strategic about it. I was reading a tweet from Circa the other day that said it was Thanksgiving Day that just put, I don't know, hundreds out for whatever reason. I'm trying to remember what happened on Thanksgiving Day, but a lot of people were knocked out of the tournament then. So it's a lot of fun. It's a way to kind of bring Vegas to San Antonio.
I love going. Cannot wait next week, Circa Las Vegas. And again, you get a wild hair, let's go. We're flying out Wednesday night after the show and doing the show there Thursday and Friday. The only thing I don't like about this week, they sent out an email today about it, which is kind of why I guess we're thinking about it. And they do a great party at Stadium Swim until 4 o'clock.
Right when we get off the air.
They have an all-you-can-eat and all-you-can-drink event from 10 to 4.
Mm-hmm.
Why would they do that?
Well, because, I don't know why.
We're all at work.
Well, our wives enjoyed it.
Yes.
They did. So I don't know. But, yeah, we're at work because out there, obviously, 2 hours behind. We go from noon to 4.
Yep.
So we missed the swim party. But that's all right. We'll donate some money at the blackjack table and get free drinks that way.
Well, that's it. I mean, we go to the pool anyway because, reservations with Sydney are locked in.
Well, are they?
I'm not an idiot.
Tell me this.
What do I got it? Aren't some things just assumed?
Oh,
Don't you figure I take care of everything?
Well, I didn't know of this. Is okay. I still want to know who bought us that bucket of beer that last year.
It's a great question.
It really is.
It's a great question. From what was that last year or 2 years ago?
That might have been 2 years ago. But if you don't know what we're talking about, we were out doing the show in one of the cabanas there at the pool, and right toward the end of the show, Sydney walks over with a bucket of beer on ice.
Yep.
And to this day, I don't know, maybe Jason, I have no clue who bought that bucket.
I have no clue. What she told us at the time is somebody called and paid by credit card to deliver the beer to us. But no listener ever claimed that they sent that over.
Nobody.
No, so we've never properly thanked them for introducing us to Sydney. I mean, for the bucket of beer.
Yes, that was a very nice surprise. So yeah, very cool, very cool. Whoever did that, thank you. You know who you are. You can do it again this year if you want.
Yeah, you can.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Because I didn't know you can call the casino and say, hey, a couple of yahoos that are talking on the radio, can you send them some beer at the end of the show?
Dude, I would imagine for money you can do just about anything.
Well, this is true, especially in Las Vegas.
In Las Vegas, money means nothing out there. It loses its sense of value in a lot of ways, a lot of respects. But looking forward to going out there. Love the relationship we have with Circa Las Vegas. And can't wait to see those guys. Because we were talking about this off the air, man. I got a lot of questions for Derek Stevens, or even is it Mike
Palm?
Mike Palm. He just about gambling in Texas. They're up on all of that kind of stuff, and they always give us an update on what's happening and what they're hearing. So,
well, and it'll be interesting because I know a couple of weeks ago when we were doing our show over at Retama Park, we were talking with Brian Pettigrew, who's the boss man over there at Retama, who spends a lot of his time in Austin, and they're part of Penn Entertainment, and they've got, they got that huge hotel, that Raiders hotel is part of Penn, and obviously they're very involved with that too. And what's always interesting is when you talk to the people that know and the different avenues that are being worked and the information that we get either on the air that you guys hear when we're doing the interviews or off the air when you're just talking to them, because we had a great conversation one night at the bar with Derek Stevens about what was going on. Everybody has the same info, so it's not like you talk to this group and they're telling you this and you talk to that group and it feels completely opposite. It's all basically the same. It comes down to timing and politicians that are involved. And I'm not necessarily a fan of Dan Patrick because he wants to be the moral police, yet you see him at the racetrack having a great old time.
Well, that's what we were told. I mean, that guy spends a lot of time there at the racetrack. Politics are politics, no matter what side of the aisle you're on. Look, politicians do what politicians do. But I'll never forget the guy at Retama Park told us Texas has too much money.
Yep.
And that's why they're not urgent. And my response to that, well, how about use some of that money and lower my property taxes?
It is kind of interesting, but that is one of the reasons. There's not a, man, all right, well, How do we get out of this deficit? Let's bring in the gambling and get those. And that's bizarre because it used to be years ago that Nevada, Louisiana, Oklahoma, New Mexico, their lobbyists used to spend a lot of money with Texas politicians to keep gambling out because of the Texans that were traveling to those states to gamble. But now that we can all do things on our phone, that's changed quite a bit. People that are going want more than just the gambling aspect. It's the resort. It's the restaurants. Remember back in the day when you had all the cheap buffets in Vegas? Those are all gone because that's not what people go to Vegas anymore for. You go for the great dinners. People still go for shows. I'm not one of them. But, there's all the other things to do along with gambling because you can do so much gambling on your phone. You want to put money into a machine, you can do that just about anywhere here.
Well, that's true.
It's a game of skill, not a game of chance.
Well, exactly. You got to push that button.
Yep.
It's tough.
Yep.
That's for sure. Vegas is I'm always going to go to Vegas, even when we have casinos here.
Yep.
Because Vegas is just Vegas, and it's a magical place and a one-of-a-kind city. And so I'm always going to go to Vegas. And even though Vegas is my sister lives there, and she says that it's had its down times lately. And I'm not sure why that is, whether it's the economy or gambling available everywhere, as you were just talking about, or what the deal is. The one thing I got to tell you, she's pissed off about used to be not too long ago that if you were a local resident there, the parking was free at any casino.
Yep.
That is not the case anymore.
Nope.
They're charging everybody for parking.
Well, again, I forget who I was talking to that lived there. Oh, the guy that we were talking to at the airport in Denver when we were stuck there for 7 hours.
That's right.
He was bitching about no incentives for locals to go down to the Strip. It's kind of like us in the Alamo. You go when tourists are in town.
That's exactly right. Dude, I haven't been to the Alamo in a long time.
Exactly.
It's been a while.
Hey, speaking of Retama, it's their last weekend of live quarter horse racing.
That's awesome.
And they got the weenie dog races tomorrow night.
Dude, that'll be
you couldn't ride camels, Ryan Ego. You can go ride a weenie.
You think I can ride a weenie?
You could. A weenie dog.
A weenie.
I don't want to know about you riding weenies this weekend.
I would think that weenie would be riding me. Wait a minute.
What?
Dude. Well, I mean, obviously,
you say that, and we had Benoit Ball's discussion earlier. Dude, man, we got to get out of here.
I don't know what in the heck's going on.
It's Friday.
It is Friday. We're going to get out of here. No extra innings with Pledger. That's not happening. So we'll
come on, Edwin.
Well, Edwin's not going to do it.
Talk for 30 minutes.
Monday morning, though, AJ and Rob, they'll be back here. They'll be talking about whatever happened on the weekend. And Minix and I we're going to do the same thing at 2:00 and get ready for our trip to Las Vegas. And we'll tell you all about it. Until then, have a great weekend, everybody.
San Antonio Sports Star has South Texas' biggest